Yes,
What would Will do?
So,
That's always the question. What would Will do?
hopefully Rick will show up eventually, because he's desperately needed for this particular adventure. But, we've got some other things we can do until then. For right now, if you guys are ready, I will remind us of what happened a couple weeks ago, when we were last here. I know it's been 2 weeks because we had things we had to do in real life, and we ended up playing Call of Cthulhu for a bit. But when we last left off, you guys had come back to Neverwinter for some things. Transported some unknown way by that unusual individual called Strun that you met in the Nexus. Malthor, of course, got some time together again with Peleos. You guys bought some stuff at the Mysterious Jester and discovered that it is now a very booming shop. People are, the owner of the Mysterious Jester is looking to expand his stock, is looking to replenish his supplies. He's got no more problems with the unfair taxes. All thanks to you guys, actually, for not only patronizing his shop, but for, well, in this case, failing to rescue somebody. And rescuing other people at the right time. So that there are no longer unfair tax laws against the non-humans of this city. Else time, Strun discovered that you guys were keeping that weird crystal inside the Windstar family manor, and she asked to take it with her because it was something that she'd actually kind of been looking for. Meanwhile, Biddy got a sending from one of his siblings from another plane of existence, from the Nine Hells, Avernius to be exact, stating that part of Baldur's Gate still exists. Instead of being destroyed in the storm, it was dragged down into the Nine Hells. And Rhiannon decided that she knows one person who might be able to get there and went off to talk to him. And now she has returned. Rhiannon?
He wants to meet with us, but he'll take us only a certain amount though, so we'll have to figure out who's going. I have to go. He wants to keep an eye on me. But not only will he take us, he's coming with us. So, yeah, he kind of wants to talk to everybody.
This is fine.
I guess we, I don't know if we just go, but he wanted to chat with us, and he can guarantee my safety for my soul. If there was a way to protect everybody else's soul, and he said that he wanted to speak with you. So, but he said he could only bring 8, including him, and a spot for the other Windstar that we are rescuing. So,
reality 6.
including myself, yeah. So we need to figure out who's going.
Peaceful speaker. I'm not going with that guy. You figure it out. I don't trust him. I never have and never will. If you want to trust him and go to hell with him, please, but I'm not going with you.
I trust him, but more than so because he's predictable. His
Fader will
actions
go ahead.
are predictable.
Fader will speak up. I don't like the idea of you guys going into hell. I mean, I would. Why can't he take more of us? I don't understand.
Probably the spell ever has a limit.
Well, I guess we could talk to him and see. I don't know how this works. And Fader's just kind of looking around, and Rhiannon's kind of shrugging because she doesn't know how Lawgrass gonna take it or transport people.
Well, if he wants to taunt us all anyways, we just give a nice talk and then decide who goes.
All right. Well, I guess everybody gather around then.
Great. Alright.
The raven that Rhiannon keeps, who's actually an imp, kind of flaps its wings a bit and, once again turns itself into a portal.
Rihanna goes through.
Let's go.
Are all of us going?
Just to talk to Lawgrath, yeah. We're all.
I want to meet this person. That beast opts not to go.
Everyone who is going, please put your token down. Put your character tokens down into this space.
I was willing to just to see what he has to say.
So as you
He's not
step through the portal into the massive library, one of the halls of this massive library, you hear tinkling music coming from one of the passageways. You don't see anyone else around, except for several imps just kind of hanging out. Several of them are like looking through the books. Another one is just kind of hanging out on top of a shelf watching.
Gamble enters. He goes, "Surprise, motherfuckers! I'm here."
How good is the music?
It's not like your music, but it's a gentle. I'm trying to think of of what kind of instrument it is. It sounds.
Is it almost jazzy?
No, it's one of those things that sounds like it's stringed, but with compressions, but not exactly a piano. Maybe a harpsichord. Maybe
Dulcimer?
something. Maybe I don't know I don't know which one that is. But it's kind of one of those things that's just like kind of echoing and sounds like mood music, for the most part.
He
This
was in
music
his.
is awful.
Hmm?
I have no idea which wind stars would come, so I am going to put down all of them, just in case, because they're all have a thing to play.
Interest. He was in a. I don't know. More than likely, he's where the music is. We should probably follow. And Rihanna will lead the way.
Fawn isn't there. Oh yeah, except I think Viren is not going to show up in there because Viren was kind of thrown out last time. So.
Yeah.
I don't know if Adler would be coming.
Oh,
Would
I
Adler
don't
be
know.
coming?
I don't know if they're Adler or Biddy, so I figured both of them are coming because they have a sibling that's missing. And,
Sure.
well, they've got multiple siblings that they haven't seen in a while, but this one happened to contact them from hell. So.
Where?
Rhiannon will lead the group towards the music, assuming that's where Lawgrath is.
All right. Roll an investigation check.
You can't hear my fan, by the way, right?
Yeah, I'm not hearing anything right now, so we're good.
Yes.
Alright, so. You make your way through a few passages, and eventually come across the dining hall. You've actually been in here before. This is, this is where you guys were at when you rolled those dice. And before you got sent back to Waterdeep, and actually met the rest of the Iron Roses. People like Rhiannon and Gamil and Biddy were there, along with the ill-fated William. In fact, the ill-fated William is
And-
still standing. Is still standing there.
and-
He still looks like a demon.
You missed out on a person.
And Sora isn't.
Yeah, because Sora isn't anywhere to be seen pretty much for this entire campaign, but that's fine. One day I'll get it used.
She's just hanging out at the the Weeping Angel.
Stop, William.
Rhiannon will go up to William and give him a hug.
Quentin, what does William do?
He'll hug back. I forgot about Willem, yeah. Yeah, he'll hug back.
He can't talk, can he?
He can't talk. He can't use telepathy. He can't receive telepathic messages. He does have several flasks hanging off of his belt, though. They're filled with different kinds of alcohol.
I have a tiny plate on my chest that I wrote, "Hey." In Korean.
Rhiannon will just kind of look up at him, and you can see that, her demeanor's changed, and she's got sadder eyes. And a hand on his shoulder. How are you?
He's gonna write "okay?" question mark.
She nods. Is he being nice to you?
Wavy line.
He's not kicking you around if that's what you're worried about, but you are kind of considered a servant in this place, so.
I'm sorry this happened to you.
He raises his shoulder and looks at his flasks, and he hands you one because you look like you need a drink.
Rhiannon pulls out a new flask, and she takes the one that you give her and look at the double fisting of the flasks, and she smiles and shrugs and does a double swig. Thanks.
He'll nod.
And she'll is Lograth around?
Several other servants come in then. They're all weird looking. None of them look like any normal creature. They all look like they're, mutated weirdly, or, been chimerized, cobbled together from one creature, and start setting the table, carrying over dishes and plates. And William would know that this group has been expected for a meal.
She'll not to William because she wants to spend time with him. She will go to another servant and be like, "Can you let him know that we're here?"
The servant kind of looks up at her and nods and says in common, he already knows. He will be with you in a moment.
All right. And she takes a seat.
Rather will also take a seat as well.
Will is going to see. I think he will hasn't met Lograph.
I don't know. I don't think you.
I don't think
No.
he has either.
Oh, we're just gonna take this opportune time to see, check him out. So he's going to stealth magically.
A table.
Bad rolls.
My
Yes,
one
some-
weakness.
Alrighty then. Yeah.
Bill
Are you-
will just stand up here.
Are you just stealthing, or are you using your cloak of invisibility?
Oh, that's true. Oh, fuck it. I'll use passive without a trace, stealth, and the cloak of invisibility.
All right. Roll an
Fuck
investigation.
it hell.
Roll for investigation.
All right.
Yeah, I
That's
was
not
taking,
good.
taking
I
the
may
chair
not have advantage on that.
Yeah.
and just turn it around, basically. Using the back of it like a way to rest.
All right. So, well,
Wow.
you don't locate where Lograth currently is because you have never been here before. You do start wandering through corridors and passageways. A lot of them are book lined. It seems like much of this place is essentially a library, with various rooms that have other functions.
Are they sorted?
They definitely appear to be sorted just from the cursory inspection of just glancing at
I'll
a
make
random
sure
shelf.
as I move forward, I unsort them.
You begin to unsort them.
Yeah, I take a book, I move forward, put it somewhere else, take another book from that area, move forward.
As you turn around to put for the second time doing that, you notice that the first book is being reshelved back where it was by an invisible hand.
I take one of the books and I place it under a table. Just to leave it there and keep working.
It seems like every time you do that, something else invisible is resorting it, and in fact, you hear some sort of rumbling in Infernal somewhere in the air.
I toss one book up into the air.
It seems to get caught before it can fall and hit the ground, and you hear more yelling in Infernal, but still, you don't see anything.
Alright, keep moving.
Are you going to continue to investigate things, or are you going to try to come back to the group?
Well, I mean, I'll continue to walk around just to see if there's something I don't like.
Alright, roll a 1d6.
Okay, down the middle.
Alright. So, as you're wandering through, you come upon what looks to be a kitchen space. And you can smell, like, cooked meats and vegetables and all sorts of stuff in there. And as you peer in, you see several strange creatures. The first of which appears to be some kind of large but skinny octopus creature with multiple tentacle arms, just kind of arranged around a body that seems to be standing or perhaps cemented to the ground there, and just kind of spinning around, kind of tending to various pots, keeping things going, and clutching around two tentacles, choppers that are just chopping up vegetables. There's another creature off to the side. It looks more wolfish, except that the bottom half of its body has scales, and it seems to be kneading out bread dough and just working on that at the moment.
Okay, so I'm in the kitchen. I move forward and keep going. I don't want to check out the kitchen.
All right, roll a 1d6.
I appear back at the kitchen.
All right. Well, a lot of these places have been opened up, and there's like a lot of different aspects to this library corridors. You find another space, and this one is a metal door. It seems pretty heavy, and it looks like it might be locked.
I don't have any thieves' tools, and I don't really have any spells. I would quietly open this. So, is there anything written on the door?
No.
And I touch the door.
All right.
Is there
You
like
feel cold metal under your fingertips.
evil metal? I knock.
No response.
And I haven't seen any important-looking person walking around.
No, you have not.
I will return. Oh, but I will not let anyone know that I'm there because
Okay.
I want to see how Lograph, if he sees me or not.
Okay.
Gone.
All right. Yeah.
I sold my soul for a waffle.
It was a real good waffle.
So, yeah. You guys weren't even sure when Will vanished from your sides, but he's Will. This happens a lot.
Yeah.
But
Did Will even come third?
No.
But the next thing you notice that Pograth has appeared at the at one of the doorways in this dining room. Kind of tilts his head back and good. You seem to be here. And he comes over and takes his place at the front of the table, his wings kind of sticking out. For those of you who aren't aware of his description properly, he looks like a 7-foot-tall, vaguely humanoid, just in the sense of, like, upright posture, arms and legs. Black dragon of some kind, with articulated, opposable thumbs, all that, wings. However, his right arm is missing and replaced with some sort of metal contraption. It looks kind of golden in color with 5 fingers, 4 fingers and a thumb sort of thing. As well as his right eye, which has some sort of gold plate, but has some kind of eye-sized ruby affixed inside of it. And it kind of like connects over his part of his face. He also has, of course, a snout, so the bottom part of his face just sticks out comparatively. So is this all of you?
All that wish to come.
Two of you will have to stay behind, unfortunately, unless one of you wishes to stay, unless somebody wishes to stay in the Nine Hells.
I'm going to not going there at all. I just want to hear what you have to say.
Alright. Well, we actually do have several things to discuss, as it turns out. But I figured you would appreciate some food along with that. Kind of glances over towards Rhiannon.
I mean, I'll eat food. I want to know.
Sounds good.
Hmm?
Sounds good. What have you prepared, fine host?
Oh, it should be quite,
meal.
quite a pleasing meal. My chefs are working on it now. It should be out shortly, but first, and he gestures over towards the strange demony creature, who's also known as William. Why don't you bring out the wine?
I look at one of the bottles on my belts and I go like, oh, and I start running towards the wine cellar. Like, oh, I already drink it.
Yeah, that would be considered a perk working for him. You get all the wine, beer, and other hard liquor you can drink, and it's all fine quality.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And space to brew.
It's fine after he enslaved me.
Well, you kind of had nowhere else to go after you changed appearance the way you did.
I mean,
It's more of a
it's all the-
servant-y thing. You could always leave if you really wanted to. He's not
Can
gonna-
I though?
He's not gonna hunt you down and kill you, so it's... But,
Again, well, debates whether he can use summon
Oh,
greater
shit, I'm
demon to
not
summon
using-
will.
Sorry about the weird grunting noises. I was using the cat as dumbbells.
that's mean.
No, the cat jumped up onto me and then fucking started attacking the cord, so I decided to pick him up with one hand and then just put him up into the sky. And I left him down.
Sky
and then
Kitty!
up, and then down, and
Sky
up.
Kitty! Anyway,
Sky Kitty? Oh, yeah, Sky Kitty. I thought you were making fun of my name again.
no,
Oh.
that
It's
was
Sick
an accident.
Kitty. But because everybody keeps on calling it Sky Kid, old psych.
Yeah,
kid.
I'm
It's just-
sorry.
oh.
It's because certain things just reverse in your head when you read them.
Yeah, it's fine. It's
But
fine.
but anyway, as after that, Lograth just kind of folds his fingers together, the metallic ones and the scaly ones. So you need to get to Avernus. Pronunciation. That's at least what Rhiannon has told me.
Vader will speak up. Yes, a Windstar, another Windstar.
He glances towards the two that are in residence and looks back at Phaedra.
Apparently is trapped there, and we need to go and rescue him. Or her. I don't... Them.
The two brothers just kind of look at you, but they say nothing. It's possible this sibling has gone through phases where maybe they are gender fluid, who knows? But Lograth just kind of nods slowly. Yes, I have discovered that part of Baldur's Gate is currently in Avernus, that it wasn't destroyed after all in the storm. It's also come to my attention another part of Baldur's Gate has been sucked into the plane of water. They should be far better off than whatever's happened to the people that are in Avernus now. And of course, both are probably better off than those that were simply killed or who knows what in that storm. Although, come to think of it, in Avernus, if the wrong devil has gotten to them. He kind of shrugs.
The other half that you mentioned, is that tied to the cultist you told me and Shiori about in the Sea Mother?
Oh, yes. I'd imagine so. The cult of the Kraken. They've been using her power to summon the storms and bring over part of the island, part of that city over to her domain. I guess it's better than pulling her through into your plane, although, given the storm, it's only a matter of time. You really don't want a massive kraken coming through. That would be bad.
I hate calamari.
Rhiannon turns. It's really not that bad.
Always fights back.
You gotta kill it first before you eat it.
Oh.
Just go and grab random things out of water and start eating it. Of course it's gonna attack back at you.
Alright. I imagine William would be coming back with the wine at this point.
Yes, he's pretty quick. He would be coming back.
So, another servant, this one looking a bit like a rat lizard, Kybred, comes around and starts distributing glasses amongst all of you, and double checking to make sure you have plates and silverware in front of you. And William has returned with the wine.
Woo! William, my man!
I just look at him and I pour him wine.
Yes. More. The cat won't stop attacking my hand.
Aww.
When William gives one, Phaedra kicks back the glass immediately and then asks for another.
Okay, oh, that reminds me. How are you going to bring people there?
Well, Lograth sips at his own wine. I do happen to know how to plane shift. Unfortunately, it is kind of a limited spell compared to portaling, but you really do not want to actually open up an actual portal between planes. That will only invite, well, between, you know, the mortal planes and one of the lower planes. That will only
Oh.
invite trouble. Yes, it
Right.
will get more people through, but again, I will not open a portal between here and Avernus. But plane shift, yes, because you can control who goes.
Yeah. Don't want to do that.
Phaedra's just looking around and starts fiddling even more with her bracer. With all the wind stars have to go because they need to protect or get their brother, sister, whoever.
Oh, let's count. Gannon's going. Bitty's go. Ralph, are you going?
I mean, I haven't been to hell before, so it'll be fun.
Logan, are you going?
I mean, how can I deny a whole plane of my beautiful music?
Right.
I think these guys are more into death metal than your simple loot.
Well, wherever you are you going?
Yes, Will. Are you going to come with us? If you are here.
Lograth kind of looks around slowly. Oh, you have another friend here.
Dallas, we don't know.
Possibly.
Vanished.
Rhiannon leans over to Logger. He's very sneaky.
Yes, since even I do not see him. Well, that's assuming he's even in the room.
Well, I would imagine. I think I remember Will saying something, so I'm pretty sure he's going.
Yeah, I'm just gonna mark him down as a yes. If not, then oh well. I'm not going.
And, Gamel dear, what will you be doing in the meantime?
Probably a little chaos in the town unless I'm giving something else to do.
Selling broken shirts.
Maybe
Lograth seems to beam down the road towards Relthor. Ah, yes, well, the pretty tiefling seems to have your number there.
I'll start
You cut out.
promoting Logan a bit. Still come back, Logan.
At this point, several servants come through with covered dishes of steaming meats of some kind of roast, some really nice looking vegetables, a soup of some sort, some nice bread and rolls, all placed neatly onto the table.
Soup.
So that does leave one more. And he looks over at Phaedra and Shiori.
Phaedra looks over at Shiori.
I feel like I need to go.
May I ask why?
I just think whatever happens there might help me get out of this current headspace.
Phaedra nods. Then you go. that you come back to me.
She nods.
All of you.
Especially you. Money.
Wait, you need money?
Yes, and I'm about to. I think while you're gone, I will set up a promotion for a grand concert.
I would be very interested. Be sure to make everything ready for my return.
I will do the best a fey creature can do.
You give me high expectations, my friend.
He's just grinning ear from ear at this point.
So, question, Will, are you going to take your place at the table now that the food's been served, or are you going to stay invisible and skulk around somewhere?
Well, I did cast that spell.
Yes, and I sent you a message on Discord about it.
I'm sorry, but Discord is on another screen. I don't look over there.
Oh, sorry.
Missed it.
Sorry. Need me to cut and paste it?
Well, I see it. I
Okay,
got
cool.
it now. Alright, well, let's just say I'm gonna attempt to take one of the things on the shelves.
Alright. Then do a sleight of hand.
Keeping in mind that anything I touch becomes invisible.
Yep, I'm aware of that.
Do I have advantage because no one knows I'm around?
Yes, you do.
Yay!
Because you're not in the same hall where you were messing with the books, so the thing guarding the hall would not
Look
notice.
at my shit rolls. Whew.
Yeah, whatever's guarding that particular hall that you're in, is completely looking the other way when you pocket something off a shelf.
I pocket it and go to the table and sit down in a chair and remove the invisibility cloak.
Oh,
Don't say it.
there's your friend, Lagrath greets, looking down at you with his.
I've been here the whole time. What are you talking about?
Well, you have not bothered to show yourself until now, dear.
Well, I wanted to check out how perceptive you could be.
Normally, better than this, especially with what I have around, but you seem to be very unusually sneaky. That will serve you well, then, Avernus, coming back alive.
Doesn't it always?
Yes. What is your name?
Sorry, can you say that again?
He asked for your name.
Will.
I am Lagrath, Prince Lagrath. Pleasure to make your acquaintance.
Yes. Maybe. I heard so much about you.
And this is your first visit, it seems.
For all you know.
Yes, well. So, shall we get to enjoy the food and we shall discuss terms and business.
Do I need to leave? Fader will speak up.
Of course not. I imagine it would concern your entire guild and not simply the people going to Avernus. Besides, I do have a proposition for you as well.
For me?
The guild, that is.
Oh. Alright, what is it?
We will discuss that after dinner.
Wait, we were all going to start at the same time as Ralph's ball is empty?
The Windstars are calmly eating as well.
Phaedra's not eating, but she's drinking.
Logan will eat it and give compliments to the chef.
Yeah, Rhiannon digs in.
Basically, it's to serve yourself right in front. If you wish to have seconds, you may have seconds.
Oh, okay, well then he'll serve himself another 2 more bowls.
Is he just having soup?
You said that there was only soup and bread.
There's
Usually
soup
you'd
and
use-
bread and roast meat and vegetables.
Oh shit, I didn't hear roast meat and vegetables.
Well, the soup and the bread are closer to your side of the table, so... So it's possible Walter only saw the soup and bread.
Oh, this is fine.
And we'll roll a...
Mm-hmm.
Roll a 1d10.
Oh boy.
Roll a 1d100. Oh, you found the one for you is the most useless potion ever? A potion of invisibility. you just...
No!
Really? Oh my god!
It's like destiny.
It is destiny.
It is destiny. I should just always have a way to not be seen.
It's
So ridiculous.
It's like one of those people who wear like 15 masks on his ass. They mask him like, aha, no, aha, no, aha. I'm like, no, I'm still invisible. Fuck you.
I mean, you never know whenever there might be a time where your cloak might not work, so...
Oh my god.
In a pinch!
This is perfect. This is just what we all needed. Potion of invisibility, yes.
There you go.
Of all the items you could have stacked, that was the one you had.
I always get the non-detection things.
Yes, you
Dice
do,
dodge
because you're the one
did
that
so.
you're the one that found the potion, the cloak of invisibility, the boots of elven kind.
Gamel's currently watching Will. Is he eating and drinking?
Oh, he's having some bread and dipping it in the soup.
Okay.
It tastes like a fine squash soup.
Rathbell's got to make a perception check.
Did it take the last piece of bread or something?
Okay. He's gonna
There's a few more
grab
pieces
meat
of bread.
and all that, of course. He will grab some pieces of meat and shit.
Alright.
He's just kind of like
What?
seems to be thinking to himself for a second. He goes, "Yeah, you know what? Fuck it.
Back it.
Could have some food."
Oh wait, did you think it was poisoned?
No, not necessarily
I didn't
poison.
ever stop to think
Gabriel
about it.
eats that much.
No, he really doesn't. He's a very scrawny man.
Mhm.
Sure, he's probably eats a little bit, just enough to keep her strength up.
No. Rathbell's trying to get full for his last day.
Phaedra
And
pours
life.
herself another glass of wine.
Walter's being a fatalist.
Yeah.
Thinks he's going to die.
I mean, you can't go to hell on an empty stomach.
This is true.
You know?
That's fair.
Yeah.
You all right, Phaedra?
She just shakes her head. No.
If you wish me to stay,
No. I don't wish that. I think it will be good for you. I just And she like looks around the table at everyone. It's just hard for me to stay behind.
Don't worry, Phaedra. I'll keep an eye on.
Protect them well, please.
Well, I mean, as much as I can. They tend to get in trouble more often than not.
They do. They do.
You only got so many eyes and ears.
I mean, it's just hard to see family go, you know?
Sure he nods.
But she'll like, go ahead, sorry.
We will return.
Okay. Well, we'll keep an eye on everybody, and to you, maybe this will be helpful, so you can help and keep your eyes about you while you're there. And I guess in my absence, it'll protect you a little bit. And she will hand Shiori her shield.
Sure, you take it and shows. If you insist, then take this one back instead for now.
I've been thinking about just while you guys have been eating, things I could do, and I might try to work on my my blacksmithing a little bit. I can fix this for you. It's kind of dented. You know, you should take better care of this.
She looks a little sheepish at that point. Like,
She just kind of smiles. She's like, "Oh no, it's done you good, but I'll try to fix this up while you're gone. But be smart, stay safe." And she'll speak up a little loud and protect each other. And don't do dumb things.
This group, don't do dumb things.
Hello?
Hello.
At least I can say that I said it.
Phaedra, group mom.
Sure.
Him looks at you, Will, and goes, and remember, please use that little gift wisely. He points to your ring.
Yes. I will of course use it.
And Cinder, who's in the chair next to Phaedra, just crawls around her neck and kind of wraps her wings around her. I'll be fine. Just everybody please be smart down there. I don't know much about the Nine Hells, but you're going to hell. This is bad place. So, and because we're stronger together. And she'll just take a piece of bread and slowly eat, but kick back another glass of wine as well.
So at this point, Phaedra, I need you to roll me a Constitution saving throw with advantage because you're a dwarf.
Yeah, she's drinking to get drunk. She's worried.
Yeah. Lots of alcohol, little to no food.
Yeah, that's fair.
Okay, that's Phaedra's. Yeah, she is still sober. Sober. Yeah.
So yeah, she's kicking him back.
Dwarf metabolism here, dudes. Guys.
Oh, I think
people.
there he is.
We have a Rick! Are you alive?
I'm just half alive.
Oh my god!
Getting
Are those all the Discord notifications?
Yeah,
All the Steam ones.
we've been spamming him over and
my
over and
God.
over again.
Oh fuck. Sure, he's gonna try to get.
Sorry, Rick. We've been, trying to poke at you because unfortunately you are integral to this part of the story. So
Sorry,
we wanted to make sure you're
I
okay.
apologize.
That's okay. Are you alright?
Yeah, I am. I've just stayed up.
Yeah. We kind of
Ah.
we kind of figured that was going to be it, and then yeah.
Here I am saying, what happened, Rick? What happened? Did you fall asleep? Are you alright? Did you get my messages? And then I found out that I was muted.
Sorry.
Oh my Lanta.
Oh, sweet.
I'm glad you're okay, Rick.
So,
Same, I didn't know.
So since I didn't know which
Tripped
one you
over something while walking back to his room while grabbing some noodles.
I
Because he
didn't
does that.
I didn't know which story you'd bring, so I had both Adler and Biddy come with because Viren wasn't allowed.
Alright, fair enough.
And you can only bring one.
And you guys are currently sitting around a dining table with lots of wine and lots of food.
Not much soup left, though.
Yeah, Valthor's been guzzling the soup down.
Fader's been chugging the wine.
Yes, well, that gives William an excuse to keep running back to the wine cellar and getting more.
Fader's not gonna
Biddy.
stop him.
Biddy's been chugging the wine too because he can't get drunk.
And Will apparently, while invisible, stole a potion of invisibility.
That's the best part.
Sorry, Will got a potion of invisibility.
yes.
Yeah, well, he said random object quickly from a shelf. Didn't specify, so I had him roll on the magical item tables. He rolled
Oh,
potion of invisibility.
Don't worry.
It was awesome.
It's perfectly useful for the man with the invisible cloak.
Oh,
You never know. It's always
Oh.
good for Will to be prepared.
Yeah, that's not like the rolls you guys did. Well, like the rolls I did for you guys last night.
Yeah.
That was using a different system.
Okay.
At any rate.
Shiori's gonna try to get Gamel's attention without alerting anyone else.
So that would be a, sleight of hand sort of thing. Yeah, so several people's passive perception would notice you try to talk to Galmel.
Well, this is more just kind of like when she gets attention, just tapping the side of her head.
Ah. Lagroth kind of looks away from that and looks towards the wind stars. So, have you decided which one of you is going?
oh, Biddy will look at Lograph. I will.
Ah. I thought you might say that. Well, then... we have something to discuss, you and I. He glances over towards William. Would you prefer to discuss it out here with everybody, or would you like to come talk to me in private? Biddy?
Yeah, sorry.
Oh, sorry, I wasn't sure if maybe, like, the vocals occasionally drop, so...
Well, I don't exactly know what it is we to speak about. Can't exactly make a good decision on whether I want it.
It is about your current condition.
Public.
You wish to talk about it here?
Yes.
Well then. Yes, I wouldn't advise going to Avernus. the way you are now, especially since you do have some, shall we say, degradation to some of your systems. No matter how much more attractive you are now than you used to be. But, yes, I have been working steadily on the problem, and I think I have fixed the item in question. Well, it is still somewhat chaotic, since I can't get it to... Well, I can't specify what you will turn into exactly, but I can specify that at the very least, you will be considered a full person and not some sort of demon, unless maybe you become a tiefling. And that's about it. A fix to the dice that the ultimate trickster created. If you wish, and if he wishes, I imagine William might be interested in getting a better form than he has now.
He nods.
Right, William.
He
So,
nods.
would you like to try it out then?
Hmm. Sure.
Alright. So, here's what you must roll. A 1d100, a 1d2, and the standard dice that you would roll for creating a character in the first place.
Oh boy.
Alright. I just need to pull something up real quick. Hold on. Alright. Yeah, those are your new stats for William.
Yeah, William isn't in this game. I'll try to import.
Which means you can make I can just give you a brand new character sheet, and you can just
That's fine.
take on what the whatever class your original class is, which was monk and cleric apparently.
Yeah.
I forgot what cleric. What were you a cleric of anyway?
Let me look it up.
Drinking.
Yeah.
The
Dionysus.
cleric of alcohol.
We worship Dionysus.
It might have been. Nah, it wasn't death.
Give me 1 second. I know I have a proper sheet for this.
I'm looking it up.
Board. Yeah, that's fine.
Might have been wisdom.
95. Oh, you're now a kobold. You're still male, but you're a kobold. You can talk again. You've just been completely reset, but you're whatever level you used to be with the same the same one, the ones you used to be. But you're now a kobold. You are a blue kobold, but it seems more natural with your new kobold looks.
Same level. Level 4. He's gonna last long.
And you still have all of those nice little, containers of alcohol on you. Your clothes are now very loose, but, you can make it work. And Lograth looks towards Biddy.
You see, this would be so nice, but I don't want to reroll my stats.
One of your stats is a 0, dude.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. It's like one of your stats is completely gone.
One of my stats is a 20.
Do you use that stat, though?
Yes, actually.
I'm guessing it's charisma for deception.
Wisdom.
Oh.
But, you see, Biddy happens to be a rogue fighter, and he's got a 0 in dexterity. Which means he's clumsy as shit.
I'm looking at William's sheet. He had 2 20s.
That was because of the rolls.
I know.
He gained them from that.
Yeah,
But he also lost the ability to talk, so...
I really hope this doesn't just end up being a terrible decision.
Lograth gets up from the table and offers out the dice. I know that you also have problems with your current, shall we say, skill set. I do have another 2 potential options for that. One, I can take over your patronage if you like. I might not enjoy that at all. Another,
Oh, that's funny.
you can roll for that as well. It'll impart knowledge into your mind, but it might wipe away old knowledge.
I would rather not roll for that.
Well, alright. There is, of course, the third option. You completely lose the, what you learned as a warlock. Out of character, GM says this means that you essentially lose the what was it, 2 levels in warlock that you have and go down to whatever the
I
level of
lose
that.
2 levels? Excuse me?
That's basically what Lograth is offering. He's offering to, basically take over the patronage. You can also hold out and find out if you can take on somebody else as a patron and suddenly regain the abilities of a warlock. You currently cannot use the 2 levels that you have in warlock, so they're kind of just hanging there. Or you can decide to just have that scraped out completely and start over at that level, without the warlock levels. That's the equivalent of losing 2 levels, but you can gain level. The next 2 levels you take will be in whatever class that you want. So it's like up to you on that.
Screw it, I'll take the handicap by 2 levels.
Okay. So again, that's 1d100, a 1d2, and the standard array for the standard rolling for as if you're getting a new character. 38. Still a male.
Good. I don't actually have the standard array of rolling.
I think there might be. Do I have a macro for that? Doesn't look like I have one in this game.
Should be this one. This one, okay.
I think you can also type Randcar into the dice roller, and I'll show it as well. Over in Discord.
That works.
Or that. Yeah. So, as you guys watch, Biddy rolls the dice. His form shimmers. His clothing just kind of drops, except for the magical stuff, which realigns itself to his body, as he shrinks down, and you now see before you a halfling. A Lightfoot halfling, who otherwise looks like any other member of the Windstars, but smaller.
Daedra cocks her head and sips her wine.
Well, this is gonna be hard to explain.
Nowhere near as good looking as you once were, dear, but an improvement, I imagine, in other ways.
Let's hope the family doesn't get short-tempered about it.
Hey, don't worry about it. It's not a shortcoming.
Yes, you're now essentially eye level with Will.
You're so short.
Shady face palms. So hard.
So sure.
The question. So the array is in order.
I'm
Be my
gonna say
strength.
that it's whatever you can put it in as if you're creating a new character.
Okay. Thank God.
Now, is anyone else interested in this treatment, or are you all fine with what you are?
I'm already perfect.
Logan
you.
is gonna say no, thank you. I don't want to mess with this beauty.
There's no one stronger, faster, and more beautiful than I.
I think Logan might have something to say about the pretty part.
There's no accounting for taste. especially when you can be. And he turns into Logan. Anyone.
Oh no.
Darling, you know the imitation is never as good as the original.
I'm just version 2.
I mean, Logan, it's very flattering.
And he's just again. You know, you're right, as he's now Phaedra.
Phaedra like turns and then just like goes back to our wine.
But you cannot do a perfect will.
How tall is Will?
Will is 3'8".
Yeah, no, he can't, because
Oh.
he's over 2 feet.
Wow, that actually means that Biddy's actually probably smaller than Will, because that's actually fairly tall for a gnome, and halflings tend to be shorter than tend to be in the smaller of the 3-foot things.
Yeah, I stuck my feet in the ground at that time in my life and just grew a little bit from the soil.
You did what?
Will is a tall gnome.
Phaedra just pipes up.
A druidic means
I
of
am a very
growing.
tall midget.
Yes, I'm a very tall.
To be fair, anyone who's not short is a really tall midget.
Oh, let's see. Is this a male picture or a female picture? Or just simply androgynous, which means it would really work for Biddy. No, I think it's a woman. Never mind, it's got breasts. Let's see forward enough. I just saw blonde hair. Oh no, this one maybe. What do you guys think?
It's up to Biddy. It's his character.
I know. I'm just showing him pictures. It's like, here, I found some halfling pictures. If any of them interest you.
Wow,
Yeah.
you look adorable.
That one will do.
That one will do. All right.
I'm out of most of. Shit.
Or are halflings and gnomes just really short giants?
They'd have to be tiny giants.
Exactly. Very, very short. Or the giant's just a really, really tall gnome.
That would be terrifying.
Phaedra nods.
The tiny giants and the giant gnome are the same person.
Hmm. It should be fun, especially if I had large. Can you imagine a taller Will?
Now,
Right, we don't need to. He's gonna turn into a 6-foot tall Will.
that message is disgusting. I almost look. No, dare not even say it.
Yeah, you're right. This is not fit at all, does it? I think you're better short.
Did you have to
Drop
make the
his hands.
clothes? Did you have to make the clothes the same size as mine anyway?
Yes.
That's probably
You
one
look
for
like an
William.
old man walking around in shorts.
Well, you know.
Unless maybe, ooh, no, this one maybe. That one looks better. Hold on. Oh, wait, I don't think that picture wanted to show. Oh well. So, now that we have helped, that some of you have been helped with your problems, perhaps we can get down to some other business.
When he says help, Will holds up his fingers and does the quotation marks. Like, well, are we going to hell?
part of it, yes. Avernus. That's the plan. Oh,
You said
bathroom.
there was
Hold on.
something.
I just noticed that, sorry. But yes, I do have something to discuss with you all.
Welcome back.
For one thing, I imagine that you'd prefer to discuss terms before setting out rather than be indebted to me after. Unless, in case there is issues that you find unsurmountable.
What are you suggesting?
Well,
I guess the best way of putting it.
well, I do have some places that I could use some visits. One which would be much more difficult for you to be incognito in, but it might also lead to answers about some other problems, shall we say, that you are having. An ally of Lokar's, for example. Or perhaps I should say, allies. I do need to discover exactly what those two are up to over in another world. Spargo has sent a word back from his homeland saying that something rather strange is going on with a certain prince. A former lover of mine, as it turns out. He is up to something, and from what I understand, he is in contact with Lokar.
Ah, yes, Loka.
I thought that might be of interest to you. However, most of you would stand out, shall we say, as the land of Kandalas is, well, it is pretty isolated on the world of Alaris. So he kind of looks around the table. He looks over at Adler and kind of shakes his head slowly. You would completely stand out. They would not understand an elf of your coloration. The only elves that are in that land are the, well, drow kind. He looks at Biddy. Well, maybe you will pass at this point, if that comes to that. Logan, Rhiannon, the two of you would be a bit light-skinned for the humans in that land. Will, you might be able to pass yourself off as an odd halfling. Same problem with you, Galmil. Although if you change to winter, perhaps you could convince them that you're just a weirdly colored drow. After all, drows sometimes have blue-tinted skin. Or sometimes purple, depending.
A drow, you say? He's making himself look like a drow.
And of course there's that as well. Well, Thor, I think you would be fine. You don't have to change anything about your pretty appearance. Phaedra,
I like wings, but okay.
They would still give you odd looks, but you could convince them that you're from the east.
Yes, I am a man from the east.
Most of the dwarves in the land are also from the underground. Darker skins, you understand.
You think so?
He's looking at Phaedra, not Helthar at this moment.
Well, okay, well, I was talking about wings. I wouldn't mind wings. But yeah, that's fine. I'll go back to being quiet.
Oh, you don't need to be quiet, dear boy. You're quite attractive, and I think you would look even more astounding with wings. But, give me some thoughts on that. I might be able to arrange you to have wings at some point. Oh, he's very gay. He's also only likes certain kinds of features on the guys he likes. Yeah. But
So,
go ahead.
for your help here, we help with this, is what you're saying?
That is one of the areas that I could use help in. There is another if you think that a more stealthy investigation approach is not in your forte, shall we say? There is another, but you're not going to like that, I imagine. However, it is a lot of the smash, smash, let's kill things sort of variety. And he
What
kind
is
of
it?
glances over towards
Phaedra.
He's looking right at Phaedra now.
Phaedra's like, yep.
This will be involving going back to your homeworld, Phaedra.
Nope.
Yes, I thought you would decline on that. Yes, because it would involve, well, getting to the heart of that tomb and discovering what's inside of it. But, you know, the choices are yours. Now, and he holds up a hand. Something you guys might enjoy that is not something you have to take, but I think you might find it of great use, and I would enjoy seeing it be, well, the kinks of it being worked out for the next, several hundred years, I imagine. You know, for the lifetime of the majority of you. That's assuming you die of old age, even, and instead of, well, let's face it, since you are adventurers, there's a better chance that you're going to die in some tragic way. Still, there is something I would very much like you to test out for me. And essentially, keep safe, and you might find very useful.
What is that?
He stands up from the table and motions to the servants to start clearing out empty plates. Come with me, and I will show.
All right.
Other servants are currently bustling around Biddy, trying to help him with his clothing situation, as well as William in helping him with his. Because, you know, they
Phaedra
both turn into smaller, you know, Greek beings and now have clothes problems.
Phaedra kicks back another glass of wine before they walk off.
Okay. Are the rest of you guys following, or what?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Rhiannon's right by Lograth, and Phaedra's with Fury.
Okay.
I'm always with them, usually behind Phaedra, but so going into the hell is going to be a little bit weird. I guess I'll stay behind Shiori.
Alright. So, Lograth kind of leads you down a couple of the corridors, which are lined with books. It seems that he doesn't simply have a library, that pretty much everything in this place is part of the library, and there's simply just other function rooms off of the library spaces. And he leads you into the same workroom that Rhiannon was in last time she was here. There are several floating creatures around. Actually, creatures is a weird term for them. They look more like bits of metal with eyes in the middle. They kind of like turn from activities that they were working on and look at you as you enter.
Rhiannon walks in and just follows Lograth.
I'm gonna see if there's a handout for these things. Yeah, give me a second. I'm seeing if there's a. Nope, that doesn't look like it. Alright, so basically, you see one of these guys. It's like three of these guys just kind of floating in the air. just kind of like, watching over things, and they kind of like look at you and blink a little bit and go back to what they're working on. And you see that there is a large work table, and there's several small. Let me see if I can get the description right on that. Several small, what looks like stones, with a symbol carved into each of them. There's 8 of them all together, and actually, no, sorry. There's 9 of them all together, and all but one of them seem to have carvings, much like your symbols, the ones that you guys have had made for yourselves for the iron roses, carved into the stones. Lograth picks the one that's not symboled up, and just kind of like rubs it in his hand for a moment. Then goes over to essentially a blank wall and just kind of like presses it in there, and what looks like an outline of a door etches itself right into the wall as the stone vanishes. And then he opens the etching, and it's a door, and it leads into a wide corridor lined with doors, one of which is made out of what looks like kind of like a grand stone facade, and he kind of like beckons you guys all in.
Yeah.
Follow.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, this is what I've been working on lately. It is a little bit difficult to explain. Essentially, if you want to call it that, it is a pocket dimension of sorts. Not quite the same as a demi-plane, which, when its maker is killed or somehow incapacitated and separated from the rest of the cosmos, can vanish and dump everything into the astral sea. Well, this place is mostly cut off, and with any luck is undetectable by outside forces and can't easily be breached. This space, and he kind of gestures around at the hallway filled with doors, and you see sets of stairs that seem to be going up and down, spiral staircases. This space here is potentially accessible by the outside. However, and he gestures towards the stone door, this one will not be. And that will hold even by me. I will not be able to pop in there whenever I want to. I'd have to be invited in. And he turns towards Rhiannon, takes one of the stones that has the iron roses symbol on it, and hands it to her. This I am making as just a practice run on something. Basically, last time I had my own demi-plane, shall we say, it unfortunately went poof when I got sealed in amber a couple thousands of years ago now. And, well, it's been hard trying to recover the things that got lost after that. But so I've been working on this lately. I thought that your guild might be interested in testing it out over the next couple 100 years, working out the kinks. It is a little bit, well, how to describe it? And he kind of gestures around. You see the doors around you?
Yes.
Currently, all but this one, and he pokes it, and he puts a little, he pokes the door that you guys all came through, and he closes it, and pokes at it again, and there's now writing on it, and says, Lograth's workshop is now imprinted on it. There. This one will always go back to my workshop room, which means that I might have to secure that room a bit better, but how well. And he kind of shrugs. But even if I can get through there, and I will not be able to open this door, and he gestures towards the rock one. As this one will lead into a space just for you. And he looks over at you guys again. Currently, there is nothing behind it. However, each of you will be able to add to it. Just press your hand into it and provide it with 2 rooms. I would very much suggest a private quarters for yourself that only you and whoever you invite can enter, plus a more public space that anyone you invite past this door will be able to play in, shall we say?
Playing.
He kind of shrugs again. Oh, I do not know what you intend to use them for. But each of you will have a chance to add your own rooms and personality to it, and you'll be able to do that for all of the Iron Roses. Then he gestures towards the thing that he gave Rhiannon. These you'll be able to put anywhere, and I imagine, you should not create a portal that links to an upper or lower plane, just one of the mortal planes or the, shall we say, subplanes, such as the Shadowfell. The mortal plane should be fine. I imagine you'd probably want to put one in your tavern somewhere, which just maybe the basement, and maybe somewhere in the Windstar Manor. I'm going to be giving you 8 of those to put where you like. I seriously do not recommend trying to put one over in Avernus, not unless you want devils to take hold of it and, march their way through your world.
Sure nods.
Go ahead, Rhiannon.
She takes the stone, and I guess she'll place her hand up to one of the doors.
He's gesturing towards the stone door.
Yeah. And she'll do that, and she'll, I guess, choose the tavern, I guess, in
he's saying that you get to create 2 rooms beyond this space, not that linking it to there. He says
oh, sorry, I misunderstood.
Unless you want to recreate the tavern in there, that can work too.
Rhiannon does like to drink, so at least her room would be fully equipped with a bar. I would say that.
Alright, so basically, hold on. Here we go. So, we will put a text. Bar room.
Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah. Mini bar, totally aspire. So yeah, her room would probably
So you get basically
have
one
a bunch of booze.
function room and a bedroom, unless you wish your bedroom to be, that.
Yeah. So she'll do that, and she'll make her room, and she'll say thanks. This is actually pretty cool.
He nods. Who's next?
Hmm.
Perches in the sky.
Kayla's just ear to ear grinning at this point.
So, we are creating these rooms to have a place to stay here? Or did I misunderstand that?
It seems wherever we place these stones will give us access to this.
So it's a pocket space. Got it.
Mhm.
Essentially.
Yes.
If I'm correct.
It is. It's a pocket dimension, and at the same time, it has potential to be infinite space. It is.
And it's just one room?
Well,
Each of you, and he gestures towards the stone door, can create 2 rooms for yourselves. However, these doors, he gestures to around the corridor. Each of them, you'll be able to create a link in your world that will then correspond to a door here, and you'll be able to mark it, telling you where it goes. in your world or one of the other planes or other worlds that you wish to travel back and forth to easier. Far easier than trying to go through the Nexus to get to some of those places. The Nexus has
So-
similar things that I've been studying. And
A quick trip, essentially.
yes,
What can go miles could be 5 feet.
that should also help you get back and forth between Neverwinter and and Waterdeep if you wish. But you do not have to do that if you do not want to. You can use the stones for whatever you wish.
And all I have to do is
Ralph,
touch. All I have to do is touch the stone.
Back outside of this pocket dimension, you take the stone, you find a wall that you wish to put it on, hopefully one that's a bit secret for you, perhaps, and simply concentrate on it, and it will create the door.
Huh.
The door will be permanent, but only you and those that you give your guild membership to will be able to access the space. Of course, I will be able to do that too, because I can get in here, but I will not be able to access your private clubhouse, shall we say. And he gestures again towards the stone door, which Rhiannon has already vanished through. Because she's busy in the bar room now.
Ralph will raise his hand.
Yes?
Can we have, like, perches for my bat on the roofs?
There are no roofs in there. They're simply rooms. They're not well furnished yet. So that's something that Rhiannon's finding out now. It's like, it's set up like a bar room, but it's like, crappy furniture. The booze is so far subpar. It'll need to get stocked before it can be fully usable. But, and whatever bedroom she made, probably like, a basic bed and, really basic places to put her clothes, that sort of stuff. But you can, outfit it with various pieces of furniture you pick up along the way.
Okay.
Let's see. Gamma's gonna walk up and place his hand against it.
What sort of room or space are you creating, Galmil?
He's gonna make... Oh, what madness can he make?
You can make what you want. There's a finite space involved. Doesn't mean that the space can't look like it's huge, if you really wanted to. Or very tiny, for that matter.
He's gonna make, like, a study,
Okay.
but when you walk in, you feel like you're walking on the floor because the ceiling's upside down. The room looks like it's upside down. So very, very Alice in Wonderland feel.
Love it. Okay. Who's next? You basically appear in that room, Galmil. There's a door on one side, and apparently there's, like, a corridor or, where things get placed, where you can probably go out and find the bar room that Rhiannon's in. But, beside that, to the rest of you, Galmil has just vanished.
Still push it against the wall.
The stone has no effect inside the pocket dimension.
Oh. Well, he's going to use it and create this space.
All right. So, what's the space that you're going to create? That's not your bedroom.
It is. Well, I don't know. Like, it's going to be on top of a hill, out in the open.
Okay.
And the only thing that's on the hill is a stump, and it's overlooking a town in the middle of the night, and it's midwinter.
Will thought of some Phaedra's on that same route, so that warms my heart.
And when he comes there, he's just gonna take some time to just sit down and overlook the town.
Aww.
Alright, who's next?
Does Logan get one?
Yes, everybody who's here in the Iron Roses gets one, which means if you're inviting William as well, William would also get one.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Is William technically part of the Iron Roses?
Did Rhiannon kidnap him into the room?
Yeah, Rhiannon would have definitely I mean, we didn't RP it out, but yeah, Rhiannon would have definitely been like, hey.
I'm sure Rhiannon is grabbing William as he's now a kobold and just dragging him in through the portal, saying, "You're with us now."
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah. Cheersing as they go. Yeah.
So, William is a how do I describe it? How is it called? Is a relatively small room with a big fireplace and some comfy chairs. There are some like stacks of fabric, because if you all remember, Logan was a tailor. William was a tailor. And there's this big family portrait on the wall.
And that's your public room?
His personal room? I don't know. Does everyone have a public room? What?
That's what the bar room, the upside down study, and the stump on the hill are. They're all public areas. I was asking for your public areas.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, everyone gets a private room and a public room, basically.
Yeah. Logan's is kind of the same. He has a fireplace as well, some nice padded walls, and there are just a wall of posters of himself, of all the different concerts he gave, and like some awards he got. Like, this just basically a trophy room full of stuff.
About himself.
About himself. There is like a lute on the wall that he used to play on. All of that stuff. There's some like cleaning equipment for different kinds of instruments. There's this big piano that he has. That's Logan's room. If y'all get one, you gotta know Logan's gonna do that.
Alright. Next person?
I would say me, but I have no idea what the fuck to even say. I guess a kind of a training room, but also a training room for the bat. Because like I said, I kind of want the bat to kind of, be able to do something.
Alright.
Instead of just a accessory to me,
Yeah. That is so cute.
I have an idea for sure.
And the reason why I say training room is that means also other people could use it as well.
Yeah.
To train and shit.
Yeah. That's cool.
Fair. Shall we place our hands? Just going to create kind of an similar to what Will did, where it's like an outside kind of area.
Alright.
It's going to be one of those stone guards. With kind of always at like sunset. With the cherry blossoms, kind of like trees there, and two what are they called? Archery targets. They're kind of sitting off to the side of it.
even know how to spell Blossom.
Blossom.
Okay. Yeah, I'm a lousy speller.
I'm.
Yeah, same. If I don't use the word a lot, it's like, what?
Yeah, autocorrect is my friend.
Yeah, and it wasn't working on this, so it just showed me that this is wrong and wouldn't tell me what the potential right thing is.
Yeah, thanks for letting me know it's wrong. Won't you help me out? Let me know how to spell it, jackass.
Okay.
It's wrong, but I'm not gonna tell you.
So, which player hasn't gone yet since...
Biddy
Ah, yes.
and Phaedra.
Biddy and Adler have not chosen yet on this spree.
Turns out Rick went back to sleep in his chair.
Yeah, that would not surprise me.
Really? I don't go to sleep on my
For a second there, if you didn't respond, we were just gonna conclude that you had.
I was tempted to not respond, just for that. God. I don't really know what type of room Biddy would want.
Do you want me to go while you think?
Yeah, you can go.
Okay. So for the public room, Phaedra is going to have like a large hall with a large hearth and a big seating area. Just think like a main traditional like Viking homestead. Large hearth, big area for people to sit and mingle. Very rustic, dwarven decorated. Lots of bones and skins and stone everywhere. Large wooden tables. Very cozy. And then for the private room, Phaedra is going to have the mountaintop she used to hang out whenever she was younger, back at home in the Starman Earth.
Yeah,
At dusk.
Make sure you keep a note of that for your personal bedroom. We're just doing the public rooms right now for out loud. For
okay.
When it comes to the private ones, it's not like people are going to be wandering through there. So I'm just writing down the ones that people are going to be wandering through and be able to visit if they come and see you.
Okay, well that would be flipped then. The big hall would be for Phaedra actually, and
Yeah.
that would be.
That's what I figured.
Okay, so her public room.
Yeah.
Is going to be.
No, I thought her public room was the main hall, because why would you want a private room that's mingling space where nobody else can enter?
Okay, that's fine.
No, I'm just saying I'm just thinking that a huge hole like that would defeat the purpose if nobody could go in, but you. So I thought maybe like I wasn't explaining it right. So I do that sometimes.
You're fine.
I mean, if you want that private, I can make it private.
We can just do it that way, and she'll keep the what the other thing is private.
Yeah, because I figured that the other thing you wanted would be private. I just said we're just doing the. I'm just typing down
That's cool.
the public rooms so that everybody can look at them. Whereas the public,
Sure. Well.
Yeah.
That'll be the big dining hall for everybody then. We'll just keep it that way.
Yeah.
What about a room filled with platinum coins?
Well, you could have a vault, but it wouldn't be filled with platinum coins unless you put the platinum coins there.
But what if we made a room covered in golden walls?
They would only look
Then chip
golden.
away the gold.
Unless you actually publish the. I basically am saying that the accoutrements in these spaces at the moment are essentially It's the equivalent of Mordenkainen's, magnificent mansion, where they're not exactly the accoutrements aren't exactly real, unless you put something in there. But unlike the mansion, these things aren't going to vanish on you.
Just trying to think of ways to fuck around with the system, you know?
Yeah, what I'm saying is that it wouldn't be real, really there. They would just look golden, but they wouldn't actually be made out of gold. I mean, you can do that if you want, but it wouldn't be made out of anything. Who are well, we're still missing Biddy and
Biddy would probably a armory.
Do you say armory?
Yeah.
So you basically have racks and various sizes of dummies, but this is where you could store your weapons and armor when you're not in use, and not have to lug them around everywhere. And Adler?
I guess a trophy room of sorts where we can display all of the many trophies, like the dragon skull that I don't know what happened to.
Ooh. That's a good point. Where is that?
It's in Neverwinter.
Yeah, and you also have those skins that are being tanned over in in Gothelgrim.
We have Dragonhide and a Displacer skin.
Yep.
Getting worked on. And then there's a Trader's bag of holding. Not to mention a bunch of petrified people in the basement of the bar.
Yeah, they were done on the Grinning Basilisk at 21st of High Sun, and then the Blackford Tanners at 26th of High Sun. Was when they were started, basically.
Now, where are my handouts? Ah, here we go. So, William, I guess, is the only person we're missing?
I told you.
I think it got lost in either other people talking, or it got swallowed into silence, because I do not remember you saying anything.
Me either.
So basically, William has the same kind of like a room William has, like with the fireplace, but instead of it being basically an altar to Logan, it is filled with family portraits and fabrics.
It's like a lounge area?
Yeah.
Okay.
Or a family gathering spot.
Ah, okay. Comfy.
Alright. Yeah, so basically everything, I'm giving you notes for, general descriptions, but if you want any, non-etherealic furniture, or, decorations, things that can't accidentally be disrupted by some kind of spell, because the rooms themselves are permanent, but the fixtures in there are currently made out of ethereal. They're basically the equivalent, again, of the Mordenkainen's Famous Mansion. But you can add things to the rooms, physical stuff, like get, chairs, actual chairs and tables of your own designs, all sorts of stuff, and they won't accidentally vanish if something happens.
Okay.
I assume each one of us was given a stone, basically, right?
Yeah, each of you, there's 8 stones altogether, and each of you are given a stone, but that's to add That's not for the clubhouse itself, but I'm referring to this
Yeah,
clubhouse
this
because
is
that makes
for
sense to
the-
me. But this is for making linked doors throughout the multiverse, basically. And Logras suggested not to use them in either the upper or lower planes because things will get through and try to take over this space. And, well, first off, he wouldn't like that simply because, this is technically his and he's just basically giving it to you during your lifetimes because, he's like that. But it's also would not be good for you guys to have things of ancient creatures, immortal beings come through and just like say this is ours now, sort of stuff.
Mhm.
All of you are now finding these, by the way, notes for your rooms. Just put together notes for both your private room and your public room. For each with headlines for each of your characters in the Iron Roses Clubhouse. The current title is just Mysterious Note because I don't feel like updating that for each and every person. I'm just adding your names to which ones you can edit. But each of you has a separate one so that I will be able to look at it and go, okay.
So this is for our private room?
Yeah, and you can just write on it saying, like, private room. Well, yeah. You don't have to. You can just say private rooms or something like that, or just put your player name rather than your character name, or like your character your player ID identification or whatever on there. So and you can just look at a glance without looking at the color. But up to you guys. And with that, we can finally take a short break. And then we can get ready to go into Avernus. Now that Lograth has given you this, discussed with you what he would like you to do, for this aid that he's giving, and all that stuff. So, see you shortly.
Hell. My cat's an asshole. So I had a bag for my bottles and shit because we could cash in our cans and bottles for 10 cents each. So I collect them and shit to cash them in for money. And the cat decided I'm gonna scratch the shit out of that bag and fucking destroy it. And now there's fucking bottles and cans all over the fucking floor. That's fun. One. Welcome back.
Yay.
Woo. Hell. We made an area for ourselves. If we... It's great.
We'll survive.
Hopefully.
I mean, I say we'll survive, but there is like a level. We do have like a level 5 coming. Fight.
Mm. Oh yeah, it's an idle game that I practically just downloaded a couple of hours ago.
And
It's
you,
not
and you found
too
a,
bad,
and you
I
found a
guess.
Charles. Huh?
Yeah, I found a Charles.
And is this
So that's
on the
fun.
computer or on
Yeah, it's
on the phone? Okay.
computer. I think it might be on the phone. I'm not fully sure.
Yeah, no, I was like
Could it be
asking
on the
if
phone?
you had one on the phone. I've got an idle game that you might really and I would love any of you guys to join because then I'd have you join my guild. But
Idle games, to be honest.
Summoners.
Because it just...
The one I really like is Summoners War.
No. Yeah, I've heard about it.
Yeah, I've got I've got I created a guild from level 1, and it's now a max level guild. So
Nice.
yep, and it's my guild. I created it. I have final say on it.
What's it called?
Summoners War.
Okay.
Hello, Liera. Scratch, 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 scratch. Going to scratch, 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 scratch you. Yes, yes, yes. You're a very good girl, Liera. I love my girl. You are a sweet girl. Yeah, look at you. How's your kitten? Is your kitten still
Alive.
Is your kitten still being annoying?
Of course.
Yeah, kittens do that. But they're so cute and fluffy. You have to cuddle them.
You have to fucking deal with it.
Speaking of kittens, there's my kitten. He's coming to investigate.
Oh, by the way. You hear that? Those cans? Yeah, they're all over the floor because of the kitten. I collect I collect the cards so I can cash them in for money, right?
Yep.
We can cash in now for 10 cents each.
Cool.
Yeah, 10 cents each per can, so I collect as many as I can. So I keep them in plastic bags, but the cat decided, hey, I
Cats
want to
hate plastic bags. They rip them apart.
Yeah, they're all ripped apart. So technically speaking, they're all over the floor now.
Do you have a closet you can put the bag in?
No, not really,
No.
but it's fine.
Yeah. Sweet little kitten. Okay, not so sweet little kitten. Not so sweet. Bad
I
kitten.
called it. I did say that it's fucking devil. So.
Well, we're going into hell, so that makes sense.
Frosted. Wait,
No, Fluffy.
Fluffy. Oh, okay. Me went stupid-minded for a second.
Yeah, and downtime roleplay wise, we can, you guys can work on upgrading the various rooms that you have, and along with adding on the rest of the Iron Roses. But for right now, this is a good start. You have a feasting room, but you have no kitchen.
Yay. That's fine. We could get a
You do have a
Kitchen.
bar, but you don't have a kitchen. You have a
You
bar.
don't need a kitchen.
Yes, you do. You've got a feasting hall. You need a kitchen.
This is fine. We don't.
But yeah,
Hey, Grizz.
I'm here.
Was Biddy able to find a shop that sold necklaces?
I suppose so.
And how much would one of them cost? A necklace cost?
800 platinum.
Are you? What sort of quality of necklace are you looking for?
Oh, fudge. Decent quality?
So that would probably be. Let's see. Let me find that page. I was actually on it all yesterday because we were looking at the. You guys were in a dragon's horde, so you found all sorts of cool stuff in there, including some rather nice magical items. But anyway, so you want a necklace? You want a decent quality? So that'll probably run you around 500 gold. A nice silver necklace with some kind of red stone in the shape of a heart.
Fudge!
You said decent quality.
I know! Okay. Well, that's all good.
So decent quality, that'll be 500 gold.
What type of necklace would Biddy have been able to get with 61 gold?
That
If any.
would be a mild one. You'd probably be able to get a nice, a little necklace with a gold locket, kind of shaped like a heart. You know, gold-plated kind of stuff, with a portrait you can have put inside. That would be about 50 gold.
Damn. Not as nice as Biddy wants.
Well,
Oh.
Biddy got his choices.
This cat's stupid.
What's wrong?
Oh no, the cat's just stupid. It's fine.
Biddy we'll just keep a note of that. Maybe sometime I'll actually get it. 500 gold.
That is such a cute kobold picture. Oh my god.
No, I'm cute. What?
Yes, you Ralther is cute, but yeah, but everybody take a look at the
What are we
picture
looking at?
at the new William.
Oh my god. It's a fucking Neopet.
It is such an adorable little kobold.
It's a Neopet, god damn it.
Yeah,
Digimon.
that makes sense. But still, it works as a kobold picture. It's blue, and it's so cute. Look
It
at
is.
that! Look at how cute William is. William went from a little monster picture to this, and he's now adorable.
Oh, this idle RPG MMO game sort of thing. It fucking just broke the fourth wall.
What did it do?
It's pretty much like the main character, aka your character, said, "Do you think that we're out of the tutorial yet?" And then the first chick that you ever recruit to add as one of your helpers and all that, she's like, "Why do you keep doing that? Keep doing what? Talking to no one." See, she called you no one. Dispel your crew whenever you want to, so she can be the first one to go. We're gonna get some more powerful ones later. Just saying. I love it when games break the fourth wall.
So, is everyone back yet, or are we still waiting on some people?
I'm here. I'm just shoving my food in my face.
I'm gonna get up for a second.
Did you see how cute the
6,
William picture
7 minutes.
is, Shuttle?
7 minutes. 7 minutes or so, because I want to get food. I'm absolutely starving.
Okay. Yeah, we can wait. But look how cute William is. Look how cute.
Trying to get the cat gets out of our...
This is fine. I'm just gonna
Don't go there.
do this.
No, no, Lyra, no, that's not food.
Yes. The classic. That's not food, cat.
Mm-hmm.
The classic. This is a cable for an iPhone. Do not chew on it.
Yeah. I wish my cat would listen to this. It's not even my cat.
Should you guys like or hate the clubhouse? Just interested.
I love it.
I love it. Yeah.
Now, I was thinking about what Lograth was working on and realized that, you know what? Even though he's not really doing this to be generous, he's kind of doing it because, you know, he has some, you know, other plans. He also has something else he wants to go over with you before you're finished with that, but, you know, I kind of figured as a GM this would actually work out quite well for you guys.
I mean, I still don't trust him.
That doesn't mean you have to trust him, yeah.
So, curious, how does this link up? So, if you said that we could travel to, like, in between Waterdeep and, you know, Luskin and everything. How does that work?
You'll have to add a door to each of those places. You have to actually be there physically, find a wall that you know, think that'll be a good place to put a door, and add it. Now, theoretically, only the Iron Roses or other people, someone else that has the pendant, or, you know, not pendant, the thingamajiggy on them, you know, the little Iron Roses pin that you guys have, will react to it and open the door. However, you know, some really high-level magic users could potentially get in. So it's suggested that you, like, you know, kind of semi-hide it. But your space, the space that he also said, that's a more of a, you know, pockety dimension-y part, it has the extra layer of security, basically. So the people that come in, that somehow come in will look around. They'll probably be drawn towards other areas, which We'll go over what the other areas in this place are in a little bit,
Okay.
but I'm gonna wait till everybody's here and back.
No, for sure. I just wanted clarification.
But yes, in theory, the main thing here is that you'll be able to do that.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah, like I thought long and hard about it. It was like thinking that Murder Keaton's the thing is good for being able to like quickly be able to create something, go in, but it's not a permanent structure, so it's not like you can put things in there and it'll stay. They'll be pushed out again as soon as the thing closes. I like permanent spaces better, and I've always wanted to do that, but it's like always struggling with when exactly in the game do I give my players this? It's like, and who in this case would do that? Like, well, Thorn was one possibility, and Lograth the other. Lograth wins on this case.
Oh, because I added an image to kind of give a general idea of the aesthetic for two of them.
Sure.
For that way. I find visual better sometimes. But also give description.
Yeah, I updated mine too, Chris.
Oh, for your picture thingy. Okay, I'll fix that.
Yeah, I do the same.
Yeah, let me try to fix that in a minute. I'm just putting out the new backdrop for something.
Since this is just accessible by anyone, I'm gonna put the picture up in Discord so everyone can see.
Ah, you're adding space pictures. Awesome. Yeah, if you added them to your thingamajiggy, that's great.
So who can look at these things?
What?
Who can look at these things? Can everyone view everyone's?
No. This is like the descriptions of the thing that I can bring that I get to look at and explain what they are once I look at them. So basically, Shiori Shiori created a bedroom for which is why Phaedra's private room is not a bedroom. Got it.
Wait, what?
What?
It's fine.
So far, Will only has the public area and no notes listed for the private space. Got it.
What were you saying, Chris? My private area is outdoors. Should
Yeah.
you sleep outdoors?
Exactly.
Okay.
No, what I'm saying is that for a bedroom with a bed, Shiori created something like that. So, because you guys are, you guys need private quarters. Shiori might not necessarily want to spend time all the time out on a mountainside like that. So, never mind. I'm being silly.
No, you're not. I'm just, for the record, they have not...
I know, but it's just like also, you're getting married in the future, so
Yeah. Why can I not copy this picture?
not all the pictures want a copy. I've noticed that in the past with those things.
Technology.
How the fuck does it work?
It doesn't. Da-da-da-da-da.
Your connection to the server is interrupted. Oh.
I hear a kitten. Aww.
Jesse's probably out the room. Yeah, getting food.
Oh, I know that sound. My kitten sounds like that. Although he's an older cat now, but he still has that such a cute, sad, whiny mew. too. Aww.
You should no happy.
I'm trying to drag and drop these things into an uploadable spot on Roll20, but it won't let me. Darn it.
I'm gonna try to put mine on the thingy.
So I figured at least with the public ones that, you know, putting them into visible space would be cool, but, you know.
Oh, I found a beautiful image.
Sure. Yes.
Yes. I share. This is exactly what I was thinking.
Ooh.
Oh, that's cool for Gamma.
Yep.
Oh, that's cool.
Oh, it's a mirror room.
It's
and
mirror, yeah.
Galmel is up in the other end, and everyone who walks in is in the bottom door.
Oh my god, yes! As madman as you can get.
Our room. I don't need a picture for it. It's just everywhere.
We
You
just
sit
need
Your
on
imagination.
barrels.
Yeah.
we just need to send Gamil to Alice in Wonderland. But of course, you know that would be a
Isn't
place
that the
in
Feywild?
that would be a land in the Feywild. Yeah.
Known as Drugland.
Yeah, where you
high.
That is
Yeah,
true.
you see flowers spouting fire at you. You lick a tree and you trip balls.
Yeah. What does a Fey dream of when high on drugs? That.
Faye don't.
Yep.
No. Defend.
Well,
Well, on drugs. That's where they take drugs to dream.
fair. Also, what do you think led Al?
I'm back.
Yay!
I don't know
We could hear the sad kitten meowing in the background. By the way,
Oh, okay, so it wasn't me going insane. Got it.
we just kept hearing.
Yeah, it does that either at nighttime if I'm not playing with it. Like if it's in a playful mood and I don't do anything to entertain the cat at a nighttime while I'm
Aw.
trying to sleep, it'll keep meowing. Or if I leave the room, it'll keep meowing. So,
Aww.
and it is now currently attacking a alcohol box. So that's great.
Well, it needs entertainment.
It-
What toys
It
does
needs
it?
to
Does
attack anything.
it needs toys. It needs toys to play with.
It's got toys.
Oh,
I
it
got
doesn't.
like a pack of 20 toys for it. I mean, it
Ah,
plays with the toys sometimes, but it'd rather play with a piece of string.
All you need is a box.
Bags.
Mm-hmm.
A board box.
Oh,
That's
Yep.
it.
I've learned over the years, like with my cats, I would buy them nice beds and everything. They would never fucking touch them.
yeah.
Put a towel in a box. They're happy.
Yep.
I did that, but it doesn't do that. It usually sleeps at the window still.
Mine likes
Or
to sit on
underneath my
bed,
chair,
or-
which isn't
or
good.
on a chair, or right now, Vax is in my laundry basket because I just pulled my fresh sheets and towels out of the dryer and had them in the basket. And I'm going to fold them after this game, and he's now curling up in it.
Whoa. Cat pie everywhere. But yeah, I'm not gonna lie, the cat's been great. I absolutely love her.
Cats are lovely things. Yeah. Yeah. As Vax is over there settling in, Lyra is sitting right here in front of me, purring. But anyway, are you guys all ready back for the game?
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, I am now anyway.
Alrighty then. So, after you guys finish making your rooms, and come back out having seen the fantasticness of it, basically when it comes to like Will discovers that while a lot of the stuff is illusion, that the space is large enough and gets sunlight, even though it's like facsimile of sunlight, that he senses, being a druid, that he could plant stuff in this space and it would grow.
And how far could he go, like, in this?
He gets the impression that while the village itself is, an illusion that he could look over, that he could probably get about a mile all around.
Ooh, that's large.
Mm-hmm. And Shiori would... I'm sorry, Shiori. Shiori and... Well, Shiori's space would be a bit smaller because she wanted just a garden. But I imagine that Phaedra would discover similarness to that. Like, Shiori would find that while the cherry blossom trees are currently facsimiles, she could probably talk to Will about possibly getting real trees in here. Getting some real garden space, because right now it's all, facsimile, illusion, the equivalent of a hollow room.
Will's space is also like midwinter,
Yeah.
so it's not great for growing things.
Evergreens.
Yeah.
But anyway, it's neither here nor there, but at the moment. So as you guys all come back out into the main corridor, Lograth is kind of like nodding in his approval. Ah, very good. And he does actually go on to something, technical, like I was just explaining out of character. That's just probably making your character's head spin in character, so I'm not going to attempt to relay it in character like that. After that, he kind of looks back and forth at the various hallways and says, "This I would not recommend unless you're willing to risk yourselves, or at least not going alone, of going into the stairways. They lead to some other places. Let's say some of the, well, you call them dungeons most of the time anyway. Dungeons that I've created over the years, aspects of them are down there, along with some of the monsters. They can't get out from there, and they really don't want to. However, if you're interested, there are various treasures and other things you might find useful in there. You will have to, of course, dispatch what's currently there, but, if you feel confident enough and strong enough, you might be able to get through unscathed. But I'm not responsible for it if one happens to kill you. They won't come up the stairs. They won't come up here." And of course, even if they did somehow manage to do that, if somebody, for some reason, lured one in here, it's not like they could get through the door into your clubhouse. And if one of you was treacherous and betrayed the rest and brought it into the clubhouse, well, they can't get into your private rooms. Only you can get into your private room.
And anyone you allow in.
Yes. But it's not like a permanent allow in. It's each time you go into your private room, you have to invite them in at the time.
Ah. Much like a vampire.
Well, I suppose it's kind
Peter
of similar to
Foxer.
that.
Never invite the vampire over for garlic.
Even Logras seems to find that slightly amusing. He chuckles. At any rate, do you have any further questions about this place?
Not at the moment. Thanks.
So, and he gestures towards your pins. I have taken the liberty of linking the door locks, and he gestures towards the stones, that you will be putting in place to the Iron Roses pins. As for the door to my space, and he points it out, That one will properly unlock to certain people, and she gestures towards Rhiannon. You'll be able to come in here from my space anytime you want, but for the most part, Rhiannon will be the only one welcome at any time. Although, of course, as I said, there are ways around that. And he kind of looks at some of you. But I imagine that some of you will attempt to circumvent. But, it'll be interesting.
I have no idea what you're talking about. He's just grinning.
I'm innocent.
So, I will. Which of you will be staying here, and who's going? He kind of looks between you. Since, as I said, I should only take 6 of you. I can take 7, but then I'd have to leave one of you behind when we rescue that other Windstar.
Phaedra looks down. I need to roll a die real quick. Mm-hmm. That's accurate. Okay. Phaedra looks down, and Cinder just kind of churs. I'll be staying.
He casts a serious look back at Biddy and Elder. Biddy, you said you wish to go. Are you all right with your current physiology?
Yeah.
Wouldn't have being a demon been better?
No.
At all?
He was more of a demon, and no, in considering the Blood War, you really do not want to be a demon in the Nine Hells. Not unless you wish to start a war. Well, continue a war. The war is still going on. It's been going on for a very long time.
Oh shit. I noticed that I'm not muted. Sorry if you guys have me beat.
It's okay, Jesse. No worries. So, that would be Biddy, Shiori, Rhiannon, Ralthor, Will, and Logan. Do I have that right?
Shuri nods, which does quickly turn to give Rhiannon a hug.
Think so.
Phaedra a hug.
Yeah.
Rather
Yeah.
nods as well.
Yeah, alright.
Phaedra is trying to hold back tears, but not doing a good job at it. Because that's an 8 on a wisdom save.
Oh, fuck Phaedra.
She pulls back for a second, and she pulls out of her pocket the rose pins that she had gotten enchanted, and pins one to Shiori and pins the other to her. And find yourself. Protect them, please.
Oh,
I'll be here. And she just kind of looks down.
I will return along with as many as I can.
All right.
And Gamel's gonna place his hand on Phaedra's shoulder. Come on now. Chin up. They'll return. Well, maybe not Biddy.
She just doesn't say anything. She just walks off, and Cinder's just hugging her with her wing. She just keeps her head down.
I'll keep to my deal. You saw
She
you
look-
looking at.
What did she do?
Nothing important.
All right. Come back, Roses. She walks off.
God damn it. I didn't unmute in time. Before she rocks off, I was going to do the whole anime trope with like the hand in front of his face, clutching it, like, yeah, we will, yeah. You know, like basic anime tropes.
Yeah.
Also with a kind of a big grin. Yeah.
Balthor is determined to come back alive for you, Phaedra.
I mean, not just for Phaedra. Come on, there's other people. Not mentioning names.
Helios, yeah.
Oh, before we go, just so none of you probably do something stupid, shouldn't we keep the stones out of the people's hands that are going to the Nine Hells?
Sure. Phaedra will take them.
Also, in case they lose them.
Oh. Before she like scuttles and she goes up to Rihanna. And just for ease, she's gonna hand her the bag of holding.
So Galmil now has Phaedra now has 8 stones with the Iron Rose symbol etched into them.
And then Rhiannon has all the potions
We
and
can
everything.
refer to them as doorway stones.
Okay.
Okay. So Lograth goes to, takes you back out of the extra dimensional space, showing you again the door that leads into there. He takes you guys that are going into one of the larger halls. Books everywhere, and he stretches out his hands. All right, everybody, please join together. 6 of you, and you'll have to take hold of my hands now, and each other's hands.
You
Just
only have 2 hands.
group together.
Okay.
Well, if I'm so close, actually.
Exactly, the most efficient.
I can't reach.
Neither can I.
Biddy and William, I imagine, hands. The next smallest person. Oh, yeah, probably the humans around Logan and Rhiannon, with Shiori and is there another elf in the party at the moment?
There was.
No, he hasn't been. He wasn't an elf for a long
It was
time.
at one
He was a
Dude, he hasn't been out for ages.
He was a dwarf, a demon for a while.
It's fine. He was an elf in heart.
He's still an elf
Hey,
at heart,
he's
but now
still
he's
an elf in heart,
but now
thank you
he's
very much.
But now he's also a Lightfoot halfling. He no longer floats, and he's fine.
Yeah, I thought I no longer related.
But hey, that's lucky feet though.
Hey,
Yes.
you're no
Yeah,
longer
but
light of foot, but you're still light of foot.
Ooh.
But I like floating. Floating was nice.
It got you over traps. That was actually kind of awesome. But anyway, so some adjustments are made so that the 2 smaller people in the party can grab hold of can grab hold of things, even if it's like grabbing
Does he
hold of a
just
leg.
put out a box or something?
He swings over his tail, so one of you can grab hold of his tail. Another one can grab
I'm
hold
not
of
grabbing nothing.
grab hold of a leg somewhere else, and just everybody's connected
I don't like that somewhere else.
on other
Sure,
people,
grab
not
Ralphor's
on him. Yeah, it's Ralthor's tail.
I don't know what that's been.
Don't
Behind him.
don't tug
That's
too
what I'm
hard.
afraid
I'm
of.
sensitive.
I know where that's been. Anyway, sorry.
Just don't tug too hard, okay?
Okay.
I'm very.
So Lograth focuses and he casts a spell that I'm not sure that. Let's see. No, I think you guys have been plane shifted before. Some of you, haven't you? Was it plane shifting or portaling that you've used in previous times?
Shuri's never. She's only been like brought back and forth by Thorn.
All right. So as you plane shift, everybody but Rhiannon has to roll a Wisdom saving throw. Shuri gets it at advantage.
I am a gnome. I get it as the advantage as well.
It's against. Okay, yes, you did from gnome cunning. Yes.
I like that. That's for advantage.
Will didn't even need that.
20 point of vision.
We're missing one person. Logan.
Yeah, I'm on it.
Okay, so Biddy and Valthor, you don't remember anything past entering that portal to get to Lograth in the first place. So, Biddy, I imagine you are completely shocked even before you see the area around you because you're suddenly a halfling with no memory of how this happened.
Yeah,
And
this just
Valthor,
makes me
you might be full,
Lograth
but you have
more.
no idea what you were eating.
Guys, aren't we supposed to go meet Logra?
Guys, why am I smaller?
Oh, they forgot.
Lograth is standing right there. However, this is what you guys see, and it's also distracting you now that, you know, the memory issue is resolving. Because while Ralthor and Biddy might be distracted by just remembering entering a portal and nothing else, like, you know, portal and now you're suddenly somewhere else what you were supposed to be, and, you know, Biddy is suddenly a halfling, all the rest of you are distracted by the following. A hot, stinging air assaults your senses. You seem to be on a city street. In fact, it looks like it might be Baldur's Gate. And it is lined with buildings that are crumbling, if not already collapsed. The ground shudders beneath your feet. In the red, smoky sky is a 400-foot diameter sphere of darkness that discharges the occasional strokes of bluish-white lightning that seem to strike the city at irregular intervals. Perched atop a distant bluff overlooking the rest of the city, high above it, in what looks like the most affluent part of this once proud cityscape, is some kind of tower, which Biddy, once he comes to his senses and notices it, will recognize this to be the mage tower that the one sibling he has is apparently trapped in.
Well, I thought we were gonna have to search for it.
As Biddy is still comprehending the fact that he's suddenly a halfling, and Ralthor is comprehending the fact that he doesn't remember what happened after entering the portal, but now he appears to be full. Because he hadn't eaten before he left on his journey, but now
Is
his
this
stomach is supposed
meat in my teeth? The fuck?
We ate dinner, Ralthor.
When?
Ralthor, Lograth is looking around. It's like, oh my, this is not exactly as I expected. I figured this would be on the ground. It must still be hovering above the sticks. This is not good. He frowns and he looks around at the others. Yes, transit from the Feywild. People's memories get lost occasionally. How many of you?
Hey, Logra.
How many of you
Logra?
have forgotten things? And he looks at Ralthor. I imagine you have. Hello,
Well, I forgot
Ralthor.
plenty of things.
Yes, Biddy, how amusing. Dear, you have been fixed. Mostly. I unfortunately could not re-establish your elfness. You can always attempt it again, but you might find yourself in a more unfortunate state. This is much better than your demonic form.
Yeah, but I'm not learning.
That is cute, though. Yes, that is unfortunate, but it was your choice.
Shuri does kind of nod to kind of like signify that, yeah, it was.
Hey, Lograph,
Yes?
are we in immediate danger?
Well, that is yet to be determined. He kind of gazes around, and you guys hear kind of like some distant screams and shouts, and the occasional, like, other than the hit of sorry, the crashing of lightning accompanied by small peals of thunder every once in a while. There's also like the sound of the occasional building just kind of crumbling to the ground. And Lagos shakes his head. It's like, well, see, I was not quite expecting this to be floating still. I expected again this to be on the ground of Avernus. Things must be interesting here. So, I take it you have a specific location in Baldur's Gate that you need to get to?
Points to the tower.
Yes, well, that's going to take some time. I have some business to attend to. I must make my presence known before some curious individuals come to discover why I have arrived in Avernus. I imagine that we will meet up again there at that tower. At the moment, unless you consciously decide to take advantage of someone's contracting deals, you can just say you have a deal in place with me, a lie of course, but a usable one, that guarantees that they cannot have your soul, and they will go away. Of course, if you decide to fight, that is another matter. Don't worry if you decide to fight some things and just talk with others. The denizens of the Nine Hells don't tend to band together in that way. They won't get mad if you've attacked another of their fellows unless they happen to work for each other, and even then, not so much. And with that, he kind of looks around and, flaps his wings up and, takes to the air.
I am so tempted to take control of that storm and zap him out of the air.
Well, actually, as
He's
you watch,
way
a bit of the
back.
lightning actually comes right towards him, and he seems to, just absorb it. It just kind of like flashes around him. He kind of pulls out. In fact, actually, one detail I forgot to describe before that. When you guys looked back at Lograth, you would have noticed that he, how like in the Feywild he looks mostly normal, alive, all that sort of things. Looking up in here in hell, you might have been distracted before he left up to the air by the fact that all sorts of other stuff was going on around you. But now that you're seeing him flying, you notice that instead of the nice, full wings that he had, they're kind of bone wings now, and the skin was actually stretched across his skull, really clearly, like leathery strips instead of full living skin, and his left eye was also missing, replaced by just a glowing globe of fire in his left eye socket. And, well, he definitely seemed more lich-like in this space, as he's now flying
That's
away.
normal.
And you're seeing, like, the lightning does occasionally strike at him, but he seems completely unaffected. In fact, as I said, as you're watching, he kind of pulls a blade from out between his wings and just kind of holds it up, and the blade becomes completely charged with the lightning as he kind of vanishes off into the air.
I guess he's showing more of his true form here.
Seems so. I'm gonna equip the shield and be ready to draw a sword, but he's not gonna draw the sword.
Rhiannon's gonna wrap her knuckles and just be ready. And she's gonna take a big ol' swig.
Chug, 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 chug.
All right.
Shall we head to the tower? No deals.
Deal.
Rhiannon just chuckles at.
Even you could find comedy in hell.
I'd rather us all get home safely. Please stay together.
Great.
All right, Biddy. What was your? Is it your brother? What was his name?
Dara.
Darrow. And what did they look like?
Oh, fudge.
Will just looks up like
Looks like a
probably
wind
not-
star.
Yeah, probably
Looks
like,
like
a
a
wind star, but not like this one at the moment.
Well,
So
see,
like taller.
see, yeah, Biddy does still look like a Windstar, except he looks like a tiny Windstar.
Tiny witch. Child.
Taller, more handsome.
Itty bitty Windstar.
He's like a toddler.
Well, I didn't mean
No,
to
he's
assume
kind of more
that he
like
looked
a-
like.
yeah.
I didn't mean to assume that it was a blood brother. It could have been an adopted. You don't assume these things.
I mean, he does have a beard, so that's...
Towards to
See, that's
Okay.
important to know. Beard. Noted. She makes a note in her journal. Bearded Windstar. Alright.
Ah,
So more like that, kind of like that picture is actually even more accurate, except this one's a halfling.
let's walk and talk. Come on.
Rhiannon follows.
Everybody roll perception.
Okay.
Oh boy.
Did the imp stay behind, by the way? Because wasn't he complaining about that?
The
I don't
imp is with you because it's your familiar,
Okay, cool.
but it's still in the form of a raven, and it's kind of like clinging to your shoulder and just like looking around.
Aha.
Hey,
I see shit.
Impy, take an imp form. That'd be probably better.
The raven kind of caws once and reforms into an imp, and kind of mumbles
Oh,
something in
there's the
infernal
other
about. It mumbles something in infernal about. Oh, why do I have to look like this? I was enjoying being a bird.
I mean, be a bird if you want to be a bird. I don't want people to try to eat you. I've never been here before.
All right, so Logan and Shiori don't notice at all. Rhiannon, what's your role? Yeah, and neither does Rhiannon. However, Valthor, Biddy, and Will are all drawn to the sight of a kind of not tiny but small flying creature that otherwise looks like an elephant. It is kind of hovering and flapping its wings back and forth nearby, and seems to be crying?
Should have zap it out of the air with the lightning.
What are you shooting at? What?
Rhiannon?
Some strange,
Rhiannon?
large creature with a snout over there.
Rhiannon, roll a religion check at advantage. Okay, you look at this creature and immediately know what it is. In fact, I'm going to bring you down to Whispers to tell you all about it.
Oh, good.
Oh boy.
Yes, great. This is
You are completely shocked to see anything like this here in Avernus, because this is something you've seen pictures of in your old drawings, even in your monk memories, of something that belongs on the celestial planes. It is beautiful, even here among the horrific backdrop. A tiny little elephant with wings. It is beautiful, even though it seems to be crying. It's got little tusks, a little snout. It's got these two little wings on its back, and its big floppy ears are also like wings, and it's like glowing a nice little golden color. If you wish to pull over a picture of it, go to your Avernus, Descent into Avernus book. Look at page 237, and you will see the picture of it.
Do you have a name of it? My book's in the bedroom.
Hollyphant. Hollypphant. thing you've ever seen, but you've never the million years would have expected to see one somehow here in Avernus. And it appears to be crying.
Would she know if it spoke a language?
You would know that it speaks Celestial and is telepathic. You
Cool.
you also know that they are good aligned, that deities, good deities and angels tend to use them as messengers and helpers. They treasure friendship and honesty. Their fur and wings and everything is actually a golden color. They are so cute.
They are adorable.
Yes,
Okay, so you
are.
said that they were messengers of angels?
They tend to be messengers and companions and helpers of angels. Basically, think of, what an angel might have as a familiar or a pet or, something of the kind. This is exactly it. This is, what a cute, what a lovely angel would want to have as a companion.
Okay, cool. I know what you'll do.
Okay.
Our sun's out.
Yeah, the sun's come out.
The sun will come out tomorrow.
Yeah, we were all thinking that.
No, it's out now.
I'm
Goddamn.
doubting it.
Anyway, Rhiannon turns and looks at the little winged creature whenever
The winged golden
Will says-
elephant thing.
Yeah, and she just goes and tries to give it.
Unfortunately, I think that cut off completely. Shuttle, can you repeat
Yeah.
that, please?
Sorry. She runs up and tries to give it a hug and using Awaken Mind so everybody can hear. She's going to be she's like, it's okay. Why are you crying?
The little tiny elephant thing kind of gently puts a bit of its trunk around your neck, and kind of nuzzles into you, and just kind of shivering.
What are you doing here?
And you're saying, and it's saying in your mind, it's saying, I don't know how I got here. I seem to have forgotten so much. I'm looking for my angel. I don't know where she is, but I think she's here, but I don't know. I can't find her. I have no idea where she is. I can't remember.
Sap the one? Should I sap it?
No, don't, no, Will, no. Like, this is all wake up. No, it's good. No, it's good. It's a holophant. It's, they're usually, messengers for, angels. Very, very friendly, and they appreciate friendship and honesty, and they're from the celestial planes. And she turns back to the little elephant. Who's your angel? Who do you belong to?
I don't remember. I can't remember.
Does anybody have a snack?
The elephant sniffles and
Elephant.
Well, I had someone calling Val for a snack before. I don't know what that means.
You're gonna feed Ralph to the elephant?
I heard Ralph was a snack.
I guess.
I got some rations. If it wants some rations.
I'm sure there's actually a token for this. Nope. Let's see if I can find one. Oh. So the little thing is just kind of like, again, its trunk is around, it's kind of around Rhiannon's neck. Oh, it's under premium assets, darn it. Oh well.
Well, we have
And
to
it's
go to
sniffling into her.
find somebody. I don't know if we can try to find your... But I don't... How did you... You don't remember how you got here at all?
No. I don't know. My memory. Something's wrong. But I feel like I've been here before, and I don't know. My angel's lost here. I'm sure of it. I'm sure she's lost here somewhere.
Well, I mean, Balfour and Betty also lost their memory, so it was probably Lograph doing something.
Okay. Well, come with the. Rhiannon's gonna say, "You can. We're nice. You can come with us. Just we've got to get going, but you can come with us.
Yeah,
We'll take care."
The Hollyphant just kind of like floats next to Rhiannon and sucks slightly on its trunk.
Keep walking. Okay.
Oh no, that's a cute picture. So he's the hot scruffy brother. Okay. Anyway.
And
Amazing.
we'll keep walking towards the tower, I guess.
All right. So after a few minutes of walking with the Hollyphant just kind of hovering near. Yay! There's a picture of the Hollyphant. Thank you, Tobias.
They're cute.
They're so cute. Yeah, they're so cute.
Adorable.
So cute.
Yes.
Can we keep it?
Guys. Well, we shouldn't really. Just to preface this, we're in hell. Let's be skeptical of everything.
This is true. I should sap it.
Don't dare, Will. This creature is known to be from the celestial plane specifically. It's good in nature. I've read about them in my stories. It would never align themselves with something evil.
Hey, snout thingy.
You know what? Just to be safe. I'm gonna cast a spell magic on it.
It kind of like stares at you, blinking its eyes, and it looks back and whispers to Rhiannon in Celestial. It says, "Is this human evil?"
No. So to be honest with you, we've been tricked a lot. They're trying to make sure you're not something that you're not.
Oh,
Are you lying to us?
See?
I cannot lie.
Inside.
Wait. I'm sorry. It's speaking in Celestial in response. Can you understand Celestial, Will?
I can speak Gnomish.
It is speaking Celestial. So.
I like that. I can speak Gnomish.
So, to be just a point of order, Rhiannon, whenever out of character, whenever Rhiannon got messed with by Galen, I thought you said she lost the ability to speak.
Oh, wait. Oh, when I imagine that when your monk thing came in, that you regained it.
Okay, cool. I'll add that to my languages again. Woohoo!
It was like, for a day when you were completely without class features, you completely lost your ability.
Okay.
Then when you re-merged it, you got that, and perhaps Logwrath would have helped you out there as well, like on the sly. Logwrath
Okay,
does
cool.
that.
Awesome. I will add that.
But
yeah, she'll just say, she's like, we're here to find somebody. We've been messed with a lot, and we're just a little untrusting. I'm sure around here you can understand that as well, for us to be cautious.
yes, I understand. And as you guys are continuing to walk along, you hear a screaming noise coming from nearby, from one of the streets.
Yeah, I guess we'll walk on over.
Should we be stealthy, I guess? I don't know.
Of course we should be stealthy.
Sure.
Alright. I've never
Let's
been to
be
hell.
stealth.
Well, neither have I, but, you know.
Sneak up.
So-
I don't seem to presume
As
what
I.
adventures you've been.
Oh, fuck you.
Right.
Hey, guys, I got my dex back.
Here we go. And you know what? Here. Have fun. We're adding plus 10 to everyone.
Oh, so I'm 38.
Oh
Wait.
dear God, the lowest so far is 26. Never mind.
But he's still
Oh my
21.
god, I'm more invisible than Will at the moment.
Yeah.
Yep.
Scary.
So the insight, by the way, even though Will, you can't quite understand the words, you do get the impression just by inciting it that this being can't lie.
Sucker.
Anyway,
So this is the opposite of Gamma.
exactly.
Fuck.
Anyway, so from around the corner of one of the still standing buildings, runs a woman with 2 toddlers, one in each arm. Chasing after her are 3 infernal monsters with glaives and snake-like beards. They're all laughing as they pursue this woman and her kids.
Alright, I drop concentration on the thing and cast immediately cast Call Lightning. And I will take control of this storm.
The storm doesn't appear to be an actual storm. It is something else entirely, and it resists your capacity for controlling it. In fact, it hurls a bolt of lightning right down at you, as if you basically just alerted something that has some sort of intelligence that you were attempting to wrangle it. So, roll a dexterity saving throw.
Oh god.
Alright.
Welcome to Hell Roll Initiative. Oh, I love that.
A bolt of the lightning worth 26 damage falls down your head for the attempted control. The infernal creatures stop their pursuit and immediately turn towards the site now that you're revealed by the lightning strike.
Alright.
Well, at least the fix is lost now.
Hey, they're only worried about Will, sir.
Oh, that was over half of
Yeah,
Will's
and
health.
everyone else is out of stealth as well.
Yeah.
Oh. Shit. I guess we gotta roll for initiative, I guess.
Give you 1 second. Yep, need to pull out the tokens for this.
Okay. We're fighting.
Haha! Protect me, Squire.
Oh, let's see what I get. I 20.
She already has advantage now.
Yeah.
I'm not used to rolling higher
I'm
than
an 11 and a 4.
Oh,
I'm not used to playing.
Does the Sentinel Shield give it up?
Yep.
I don't want to
Fantastic
kill them
initiative.
because they have cool beards.
Does it feel good?
Look at their beards. I don't want to kill them.
Well, I'm already blooded.
Wait. Oh, they already attacked us.
No, Will attempted to attack them and found out the hard way that that's not an actual storm that's throwing lightning strikes around the city.
I
Good
love
job.
fighting on a demon.
So these are 3 bearded devils. They turn and are like looking at you and getting ready to attack.
We're so
City.
ready for combat encounters, guys.
Oh, do you not want that dex anymore? You want
I don't want to be first.
I can turn you into a slug.
Huh. Hmm. What do I do? Yeah, you know what? I will throw a dagger at this guy. Why not?
Yeah,
So,
no, I see.
so that
So,
would be
which guy did you attack? I'm sorry. All right, that one.
that
Got
one.
it.
Where's everyone's?
All right.
Let me get this right. Shiori is our tank, right?
So you launched the dagger right at it. It grunts a bit as it connects, with a leg, and doesn't seem to do much damage to it. Just kind of grimaces at you and yells
Oh, there.
something in Infernal, which the people that speak Infernal recognize as, these ones won't be worth capture. Let's just slaughter them.
They're not.
Ralph
figured-
will yell
You haven't
back
figured it
in.
out
And,
yet.
I just hide behind Logan.
I'm having a slight issue with roll 20,
Oops.
meaning I can't actually access my sheet.
Restart.
Yeah, I'm trying to restart again.
All right.
I had to restart so I could actually see the tokens because I can only see the one. And I knew there was more than one enemy. It'd be nice to know where they all are. Can I access my sheet now? No? Good. This is good. I don't need that. Why would I need that? Let's try a hard reboot.
Then
Yes,
the
yes. Just fuck me, apparently. Okay. Come on.
Why don't bards have offensive spells?
That was up to you. You wanted to keep what spells you had.
That's right.
Well,
I mean, I took Phantasmal first, but that's not gonna help.
I have no character sheet. This is useful. I also got
Oh,
and everything has about latency of apparently 5 million.
Oh no.
Roll 20,
I mean,
no.
Well, 20
Uh,
can do shit.
The ruin, Rick. It's been a
Oh.
day or two at very least.
Okay. What's your ruling then? Do I still have the boon effect because the boon effect doesn't specify an end time?
What does the boon effect say?
I can turn a hit into a critical hit for once,
Ooh.
and then it goes away.
That's exactly the wording. Then it's permanent until you use it. Then it goes away.
whoa.
Okay, I just wanted to double check.
Yeah, because this one right here is the one he attacked, right?
The
Yeah.
the one that you're just in front of now.
Yeah. So use the sword of life stealing. That which is currently her packed weapon.
Oh my
Ooh.
dear lord.
I
That's
can't
the
wait
first
to see-
number.
I
Oh.
can't wait till Logan's turn.
You better be prepared, man. I have some crazy ideas.
No, you're gonna love this. It's
Just double
gonna be
checking on
great
that.
roleplay.
Ooh.
We're gonna do
So,
some great roleplay.
21 damage. The bearded devil just kind of yells out in pain and surprise at all this.
On
Let
a
me
net,
not slaughter you in Inferno.
on a natural 20, not on a normal 20. Oh, total.
Will.
Okay.
Oh, he's still alive. Shit.
Yeah. He got hit by a lightning bolt, but he's still alive.
Alright, well. They're standing on the ground, right?
Yeah, they're all standing on the
Oh
ground.
boy. Tries to make an earthquake. The earthquake only happens at fucking will.
Yeah, I don't want a
It's like
fucking
no.
Pokemon move, and I used Earthquake, and a flying Pokemon is immune.
I accidentally did that once, so shut up. It can happen.
Hey,
Um,
what do you think I mentioned it?
Just because usually in Pokemon games you just keep pressing A when you're attacking and it automatically kills them no matter what. But once when you do it twice on a flying character and it's Earthquake and nothing happens, you think to yourself, why am I doing this again?
Alright. Within that area becomes difficult terrain as I cast Erupting Earth.
Okay.
Dexterity saving throw.
Alright. All three make dexterity saving throws.
2 made it.
Alright, so bludgeoning, what that's magical, so that does get takes full 17 damage.
Then I'm going to go and stand behind Rhiannon.
So Will behind Rhiannon, Biddy behind Logan.
Why is everyone hiding behind Logan again?
Meat shield.
Yeah, you did
Exactly.
a good job.
And plus,
Don't worry.
Hindsight
you're bigger than
good.
me. You're bigger than me, so
I'm gonna
You can take
start
this.
forcing you guys to dance again if you're not careful.
Logan,
As long as they're behind you.
Just wait. Just wait until you
So this one, just comes forward right at... Oh, it had advantage on those, because it's advantage against magical. Whoops. So, yeah. Let's see,
Oh.
that's plus... 10 minus... 8. There we go. So, technically, all three succeeded because it has advantage on saving throws against magical effects. Sorry
Okay.
about that. So, that one comes forward right at Shiori. First swings its beard right at her,
Miss.
and then tries to stab her with its glaive.
Miss. Like I said, easy slaughter.
Rhiannon. Roll
She's going-
an intimidation check, please, Shiori.
Oh. Nice.
Ooh, this one here suddenly believes you totally and realizes that you are more masterful. Hold on. I'm trying to find the... there we go. Rhiannon.
Rhiannon's gonna run right over here. Pop.
pop, pop. Goes Weasel.
Advantage for flanking.
Mm-hmm. So, both of those are hits.
She's going to spend a key. Flurry of blows.
You have magical fists at this point, don't you? Or is it not?
Level 6?
What level monk are you? Because you also have 2 levels of warlock. Oh, so no. You don't have magical fists yet.
Yes, I do.
Yes, you do. Okay, cool. So you have 6 levels in monk and 1 level in warlock. Alright.
I have 7 levels in monk.
Oh, you're level 8. Oh, I thought you were level 6 for some reason.
No, you bumped Rhiannon and Adler up whenever they came back from the giant quest.
That's right. Sorry, I forgot about that. My bad.
It's all good. She's spending a key. Flurry of blows.
Alright, so cool. That thing is very badly hurt, about to die.
Baby's dead.
Yes, and as you do that, you smash the bearded devil down, and the one that's already lowering its glaive is like even more startled, seeing its companion is suddenly ousted by something that it thought was going to be a quick fight for them.
Okay, since she hit an attack with a flurry of blows that hit, she's going to extract S.
All right, extract assets. Learn the target damage.
Learn some more.
You can learn the following attributes about this. Okay. So, you learn that it is immune to cold, bludgeoning, piercing, slashing from non-magical attacks. It's resistant to cold regardless of whether it's magical or not, and resistant to bludgeoning, piercing, slashing if it's not, as long as it's not magical or the weapon is not made of silver. These particular devils are immune to both fire and poison. That's what you learn from your extract aspects.
Okay, so she moved 35. What's the red square? I forgot. Apologies.
It's
Difficult terrain.
difficult terrain.
Okay, so she could technically move 10 more feet, so she will step right here, and she will hit this last.
Monks, man.
And that's her turn.
And that one, who hasn't surrendered, immediately turns and attempts to strike back at Rhiannon for striking it. The imp on her shoulder seems to be cheering her on.
She
I can't
grins.
wait till Logan's turn.
Okay, both hit, so 7.
So there's also Constitution saving throws involved. And okay, so you survived that one. Second, we also have to roll a second time. You're fine with both of them. Good. Bearded devil, this grit and determined, first slashing you with its beard and then stabbing you with its glaive. The imp is still making faces at it though, still sticking its tongue out and climbs up on Rhiannon's head to get a safer position away from those flailing beard tentacles.
Watch the hair, please.
Logan!
Oh, wait. Ral, can I do something real quick that's not an actual action or anything like that?
What do you wish to do?
I want to nudge on Logan and be like, hey, those guys practically said that we're not worthy to be captured. Basically saying,
Logan.
yeah,
They're attacking his ego.
precisely.
I'm
I know
gonna
he's an
walk.
ego freak, so.
I'm gonna walk over here. Command at second level.
Against...
Both of them, and I say grovel.
Okay. What's the DC on that?
DC 15 Wisdom saving throw.
Okay.
Please both fail. Please both fail.
This is a magical effect, so that means they get advantage.
Oh, god damn it. Why?
Because they have magical resistance. Devils have advantage on saving throws against spells and other magical effects.
It's fine. Whatever.
It's fine.
Anyway,
That one didn't.
I have advantage. Roll the one twice.
Oh my god.
Holy shit!
This is awesome.
The dice gods have spoken. The bearded devil that was already lowering its weapons in surrender suddenly goes down on its knees and grovels before Logan.
So basically, they can't do anything on their next turns because they're supposed to grovel.
Well, the one isn't doing anything anyway. It was surrendering. The other one is very much surprised and goes down into a groveling position. You hear while the imp is still talking in Infernal, you can hear the imp on Rhiannon's head laughing loudly at this.
Don't worry, Raptor is just...
Rhiannon and anyone else who speaks Infernal hears the imp yell, "Yeah, that's right, grovel! Know your place, you fuckhead!"
Imp is just having a good old time.
Then I'm doing a hair flip, doing Mantle of Inspiration, and me, Shiori, Rhiannon, and Will get 8 temporary hit points and can move.
How long does it last for?
What? Mantle of Inspiration?
Yeah.
It lasts until, I guess, how long do temporary hit points last? That's the question. I don't know.
But it should say
Rhiannon's
something
already
on
used her react. Has she?
Oh, it's a song.
No, she hasn't used
resurrection.
No, I haven't.
You can move without provoking attacks of opportunity.
Up to like half your movement, right?
No full movement, if I'm not.
Oh, full movement.
She will go because Shiori's coming up soon. She'll go right here.
I'm gonna give myself 8 temporary hit points because I'm gonna need them.
Well, wait. This is already prone.
Yeah, and that was giving up.
Yeah, so she'll go.
And I'll move there. The poor thing's gonna have flanking and good luck.
Yep.
Ralthor.
Oh, these are weird. Oh, wait. Is it because that I wasn't actually on the cube?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. He's just gonna run up here. So he should be now able to do a sneak attack, right?
Yes.
On this one? Yeah.
On the one that's being
gonna
flanked,
pull
yeah.
out, and he's gonna... Wait, I can attack this guy,
Oh,
right?
wait, it is prone, so that means you would... you wouldn't get the advantage because it's prone, but, you know, because of your skill set, I believe it would be just a standard roll at that point.
Temporary hit point.
I miss. I think I miss anyway.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah, well, I can't do it. I think that's great. Fun. Oh well, I gotta get Logan his spotlight back, so...
Why doesn't Ralph have advantage?
They're prone.
Yeah, technically speaking, he has disadvantage.
But he would also have advantage because ally within 5 feet?
No, unless he has spec tactics. That's a sneak attack. Talking about.
Oh, that's right. Sorry. Oh, regardless, he misses.
Ready.
So now we have Biddy to worry about.
Come on, small fry.
Yeah, I was looking around the map for token. I was like, where is he? I was like, oh, there he is.
Because I realized he's smaller than Will, which means that he can't have a full-size token if Will doesn't have a full-size token.
Just Biddy charges with what, to him, at least, is a longsword, but it's probably looks like a normal sword to people.
Well, the guy right in front of you is surrendering. He's got his thing down and he's groveling.
I mean, you're the only one I can hit.
Nobody
No,
cares, apparently.
Yeah.
like, so, no offense, but...
Alright.
And then that one has
Okay.
sneak damage, which...
Sneak attack?
What's the 7 on that longsword hit?
Versatile.
If you use two-handed.
Okay.
Yeah, if I use
two-handed.
two-handed, it'll be... And that's my sneak attack damage.
Plus, it would be 7 plus 5, because it doesn't add your strength and the other modifier, which is...
Huh. I need to fix that.
And is that sneak attack damage on the first strike or the second? It's the first one,
Second
right?
one.
Oh, only on
No,
the second one?
I can't do sneak attack.
Okay.
It has to be a finesse weapon for sneak attack to actually work.
Alright, cool.
Mm-hmm.
I was just checking that because
Yeah,
that
the long
determined
sword is
how much
finesse.
damage it could actually do, since these things are resistant.
Yeah.
Shuri.
Well, we're gonna go for the one that's still attacking. You know. So it's the first number 5.
Which one are you attacking again?
The one between me and Rhiannon.
Cool.
So 10 magical.
Yep, both hit. Anything else you can do?
Nope. That is it.
Will.
Shillelagh.
Mhm.
One can only hope. He's muted though.
Yeah, I'm muted. Yeah. Yes, Shillelagh with Staff of the Woodlands. He's prone. Advantage.
Bop it.
Bop it,
Groin. Oof.
Alright.
Yep, that's it.
That bearded devil was getting ready to surrender, but being attacked by Biddy has, even though it's still groveling, it grabs back its glaive and looks like it's ready to rumble when it can. Rhiannon.
It's supposed to be still on the ground groveling, though.
At the end, till the end of your turn. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, it uses its turn to start groveling, technically speaking.
Well, if that's the case, then none of you would have had advantage on them for. We'll do that. We'll figure that out later at some other time, not this time. Rhiannon.
Pop, pop.
Okay, 15 damage. It's still alive. It's on the ground.
Cool. She'll do another flurry of blows. 2 more.
Bop it. Twist it.
Turn it.
Kill it.
Kill it. And yes, it is indeed after the third hit, it did indeed just kind of go down and has been destroyed.
Okay. Well, she'll go over here and do that last one then on this one.
Okay. Logan.
I wanted to keep one alive to negotiate, but y'all are beating
I mean,
his
he's
ass.
still alive.
It's technically still
Yeah.
alive.
Rocky grabbed his glaive, and I'm kind of scared now. So I'm just gonna poke him.
Just gonna poke him.
Oh my god, you have a +1 rapier. That's what you bought that last session.
I bought that last session because I thought, like,
Well, it's
I
coming in
can't-
handy here.
Definitely. Definitely handy.
should I give inspiration? No.
I'd save it.
Yeah, I don't feel like this thing's gonna last till its next turn.
Mm-mm.
Ralthor, your turn.
Uh. Uh. Well, up here. And pew pew. Fuck.
Oh, that definitely hit, but might not have done too much
Oh.
damage on the first thing. But you know, you just still have sneak attack.
Oh, I
Nice.
had sneak attack.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and allies.
Allies are
yeah.
everywhere.
4 allies, so that's 4
Sneak
sneak
attack.
attack, right?
Wait, how do I do the actual sneak attack? So sneak attack is 4d6.
Yes.
Well, in the good
56.
note, that's a magical weapon.
Yep.
Yeah.
And that's enough. It didn't get a chance to finish, clutching its blade. It just dies, kind of there.
Aha.
The woman and the woman and her 2 children stop running and are panting. They look back at the group of you. She looks back at the group of you, and she comes carefully over. It's like, oh, thank you. Where did you come from? You don't look like you've been here that long.
We
About-
came from the material plane. From
About 50.
Oh, thank the gods. Oh, it's I don't know how long it's been exactly, but the food's been running out. So many people dying. I'm Harkina Hunt, and these are my boys, Ezo and Brask. Oh, we were out looking for food when those devils spotted us and they gave chase. And yes, Ralthor, the elephant thing is still following. It's hovering close to Rhiannon.
Okay.
I'm gonna make an insight check.
Yes, Shuri. She's
inside.
Yes. This is definitely a person. She's definitely in trouble. The twins are definitely people. Yes.
Now the demons.
They're not
There's
demons
no
or
demons
devils.
Spawn of Satan.
And I'm sure they're half decent folk and know how decent folk here can be. I'll go more forward and I'll introduce myself. I'm the Great King. How may we help your ailments?
Well, if you can get us back to the material plane, that would be great. She starts crying slightly. But if you can't, we're hungry. We're very hungry. The twins start crying.
I throw a packet of rations at the twins.
The little tiny boys just grab at the rations and just kind of rip at the packaging and start eating, and she's like, oh, thank you, thank you, golden-haired sir.
You're welcome.
Unfortunately, I don't. Our way. I don't necessarily know if we can take anyone here.
we can only take one, the one we have come to get.
Guys.
Hmm.
Does any we can enter our new swanky
No.
home place
No.
if we have
No.
one of
That is why
Ralthor,
I'm pretty sure that
Ralthor, a reminder for you. You don't have a memory of this new swanky place that Logan is talking about. In fact, maybe at this point you realize that your bat's not currently with you. Because your bat is actually back at that swanky place, hanging out in your new room.
And that is why Gamhill took the stones.
To get
Because he knew someone would forget.
I mean, we're not opening a new portal with sending people to our homestead that we trust.
That is opening a portal. That
Yeah,
is literally opening a portal.
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah, but wasn't the warning against opening like a permanent teleportation portal?
That opens a permanent door. That is what those stones do.
Yeah, but I'm not saying we use the stones to open a portal. If I'm not mistaken, if we have points at Shiori's badge, like the badge that Beast
Yeah.
made, if we have those on us, we can go into our plane without the stones, right?
No, you need to go through a door that you
Uh.
make with the stones.
These get us into our individual clubhouse.
Please tell me that we're not saying this out loud.
Awaken
They
mind.
are.
Brianna
Okay,
has
Awaken Mind.
Okay.
Yeah, Brianna
Cool.
has awakened mind.
What are you
Both
talking about?
both Biddy and Malthor would probably have no idea what you guys are talking about at this point.
We have a cool clubhouse. Lograth gave it to us. It's pretty awesome. We can talk about it when we get back.
Where's me fucking back?
You probably left it there, Ralthor.
Did we take like a stone for like emergency situations if we can't find Lograph?
No.
No, he said he would meet us at the tower.
Yeah, he said he would do that, but there's no guy he'll keep his words.
Honestly, I think here. And second, he seems very invested in my protection. He'll hold his word.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe he just wanted to get you here.
There's
Oh.
easier
Dun,
ways of doing that.
dun.
Yeah.
There's quite literally easier ways of doing that.
Death.
Or just opening. Literally, he could have just plain shifted there. Without
Yeah.
Raven.
He could have thrown me in whenever I came and talked to him originally.
Hmm.
There's something he can gain something from us being here. And he's gonna make sure that we do whatever it is that we don't know what we're doing to make sure that happens for him. So we need to save your brother. Let's just go and do that. You find here?
Well, maybe we'll find something along the way.
Possibly.
Yeah, we can at least keep them safe for now, right? Like, keep
We
them.
might be able to find this elephant's angel. You never know.
Yeah, that's how the elephant angel thing keep them safe.
The little elephant angel is currently snuggled up with Rhiannon and doesn't seem interested in going anywhere else.
Fucking
Right.
freeloaders.
And Hitchhiker's Guide to Hell.
Are you gonna write the book?
Oh boy.
And my question for you, Biddy: are they safer with us or away from us?
Sorry?
Just wondering if this woman and her with us, or are they safer away from us, considering our knack for going into dangerous locations?
I mean, they might be safer in the tower.
The tower that your brother's trapped in. What is
Yeah.
trapping him in there?
Well, it's better than getting killed by 3 of those bearded creatures.
Can I take a double look at them and just see whether or not, like, what their status is here? Like, are they free folk or, like, not?
What do you mean by that?
Because evil things go down here. They might not be like free per se.
Yeah,
they might be
if they're
owned.
souls.
Roll a religion.
Yeah.
Roll a religion check. Okay, roll an insight check on them.
Oh.
Yeah, you have no idea. You have ways of figuring that stuff out, but just looking at them, you don't know.
What is 2 plus 2?
4. Like
Look
the
at it.
like the council of 4.
How's that supposed to prove anything, Logan?
I mean, people in servitude might not get to know how to count.
Hey,
She's kind of
I
looking
don't-
very weirdly at Logan at this point and is taking steps away from him along with her 2 boys.
are you sure you weren't hit on the head when you got it? repeatedly.
To the woman, would you say Achina? Akina?
Her name is Harkina. Harkina.
Harkina.
Harkina.
And the sons are, or the children are Esone and Brass?
Ezo and Brask. Yes. Ah,
Harkina. Here's the situation. It'll be safe for y'all if we go closer. I mean, do you have insight? The further we go in, I imagine the less safe it will be. Is that correct?
she frowns. This area of the upper city is very. She swallows. This is where a lot of the nobles that lost money eventually moved to, and there were a lot of empty buildings out here originally, and some newer structures that came in, like the tavern my sons and I were hiding in. But I've heard that in the upper part of the city, still the upper part of the city, the Duke's Palace and the Mage Tower are probably the safest and still have more food and water up there. But it's getting worse every day. At least I assume days based on how much we need to sleep. She sniffles. But buildings are collapsing and everything just seems to shake, and there are things fighting in the streets. It's awful.
Well, we have to go to the tower. We have to rescue a family member or something. You're more than welcome to follow us, but you could be putting yourself in danger.
We're already in danger. It's better to stay in numbers at this point, especially since you have food and water.
Speaking of water, she will give water to each. She will give water to each of them because endless water.
I'm gonna start playing a song and doing counter charm.
Okay. What else is the rest of you guys doing? Other than possibly looking at Logan oddly.
Brandon's just gonna pull out just her journal, I guess, while we're hanging out and drinking water and chilling. And she's just going to assess the city. She's gonna just do a little sketch, try to get an overview, not a detailed map, but idea of spatial relations between buildings.
Has she ever been to Baldur's Gate before?
I don't think so. She was holed up for most of her life in Waterdeep.
So Biddy is the only one that has any real knowledge of this place, I believe.
Well, could she sit down with Biddy maybe, and they could work it out together? Would he be willing to do that with her?
Yeah, he would.
So Biddy knows. Okay, so Biddy knows the following information: that Baldur's Gate itself is the has an upper and lower city, and then the outer city. This area mostly seems to be the upper city, which basically sits on a big hill over the lower city to begin with. But there's also the highest points of the upper city, which is to the far, I want to say, north and west of the city proper, if I'm looking at the map right. And that's where the Duke's Palace sits and the tower. You also know that one of your family homes is here in the upper portion of the city. You are some ways away from that. You don't know if your home is still standing or not, but you do know that it is somewhere to the west of your current location. Although telling northwest, east, and south in this landscape is going to be a bit hard.
Rhiannon will just make note of this and just kind of get a good sketch of the skyline, just so they can kind of gauge where. Try to do it. Where? So do you think it would be beneficial? She'll lean over to Bit. Should we go check out your house too? Is it on the way to the tower?
Is it?
Not exactly. It's basically you're just heading straight off to the west to get to your home. However, the Mage Tower is more north. It's north and west, but it's more north than that. You know.
Okay.
Yeah, we should just go to the tower for now.
All right. Well, we're following you. I think you're the one that knows this place best.
Yep.
Lead the way, Betty.
That's when the
All
party
right.
knew they were all in trouble because they were following Big.
Hey,
It was
Rude.
at that moment they realized they fucked up.
that's rude.
Just playing.
Yeah, but he's just gonna start making his way closer to the tower,
All right.
trying to be stealthy.
Yeah, let's be stealthy. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, good. Okay.
Oh, Biddy!
I guess I'm not leading anymore.
Where'd Biddy go?
Yeah.
I'm like,
Biddy.
I'm like, this way, guys. I take a few steps, and
And
then
then it's gone.
take a.
He
make
blinks.
I think
it
try
He,
to
he
try.
blinks.
So it's a 40.
So yeah,
God.
Will and
Me
Biddy
and
are
Will,
both essentially in another game. You somehow
Oh,
traveled.
so-
You somehow entered
Will.
into out of
hang
game.
on. Will, do I get the plus 10?
Yes.
Oh, that means
Rhiannon,
I'm 40.
36!
Oh my god. I'm so invisible.
So
That-
some of you have somehow ended up in another game because you're so stealthy.
Hey, how did we get to fucking Mount Celestia?
And GM has somehow misplaced her glasses and cannot. Oh, never mind. GM just found them on top of her head. They were just stuck behind the band of her headset.
Victory.
I was looking for my glasses.
What are we doing in this museum, and why is there a dead butler?
Yes, and you would notice that there's no taxi driver sitting there, but there is the body of a doctor or medic type person in the other room. But the
Is that Cthulhu I see in the skyline?
No, that's Frank.
That's Frank. Noted.
Anyways, we're serious now.
Sorry.
But yeah, you guys are stealthing and stealthing your way out of a lot of situations. And as you continue on, the ground begins to quake. Roll a dexterity saving throw, everyone.
God damn it, Will.
Oh, good.
What did I do?
It's shaking the ground. Ah!
Oh, jeez.
What
What is with all the natural 20 being rolled? How could it not be used? There's so
Hey.
many.
Hey,
Hey.
give me one.
Actually, everyone succeeded on this roll. It's actually a very low DC. But the woman and her two kids press closer to you guys and look around in fright at the buildings, and just let a sigh of relief when none of the buildings collapse. And she kind of looks and says, "That keeps happening.
What is it?
I've overheard some people talking, and they've said that the city, what's left of this part of the city, is floating, and these chains that are trying to pull it down towards Avernus, towards the river Styx, and well, it's only being held up because of some kind of invasion."
Invasion, you said.
Huh. So it's so easy to just go down there and cut the chains then. Alright.
She nods. That apparently, because I've seen things that I've heard aren't devils. These big flying things that look like vultures, but they have arms. And some weird bugs that make this awful droning noise. Thankfully,
Rhiannon cocks her head at
twins
that.
and I managed to hide from them.
Would she know that description from...
Religion check.
Okay.
Yep. Yeah, you're instantly hearing that she's talking about demons.
Demons. Demons close to the Avernus? I'm guessing this is the invasion you're speaking of.
I suppose so. I just want to keep my kids safe. I want us to somehow get out of here. Get back to the world. Chef Kurt. From another game 1,000 years ago. Another world 1,000 years ago, yeah.
Yeah, so if we know that's 1,000 years ago, we know for certain that Kurt did not eat all of the demons.
Do better. Do better, Kurt.
Yeah. Sure.
See, he would have to go down to the abyss and, you know, basically become a demon himself and then eat all the demon be the gluttonous demon that just feeds on other demons.
Yeah. That's for future.
You gotta have goals, right?
That is the best. And with that and that revelation, we will end it here for the week.
Oh, motherfucker.
Thank you for joining us, dear audience.
right.
Thank you for joining us. Come back next week for the next part of Descent into Avernus.
Bye.
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 Die. We will die.